to watch history be made on this stage. Machine and Sponge are getting ready to take us into game. Let's head to Nuke.
Thank you very much. Yes, major playoff stocked full of next-gen names, fighting to forge their legacy, and this is where it really gets to the nitty-gritty, Chad. Spirit starting on the CT, MOUZ, T-Start, and this is a MOUZ pick.
Yeah, I liked Maui's headline team play versus Star Power. Plenty of both on display today. Squeaky blown off. Is there pace behind this? Smoke dropped as well as pressure fell on towards ramp. They gave it that squeaky door being blown open with a smoke of their own, and they're just pivoting. They're pushing into Zontic's domain.
Lots of deception. They show face, they back away. Zontic does the same. Tucks into the B side, concedes that ramp control. Oh, Exertion was trying to get cheeky around the smoke. Goes down to Magic's. Good awareness there. Brollan, lucky to be alive. Saved by torzsi. Not the best weapon for the job. Magic's gets his bell rung, converted by torzsi. A second now for the Hungarian. Problems for Shiro. He's ran out of bullets, forced away. An audible descent in the vent, and now torzsi, is he going to just be the gatekeeper of that single door? Ready to stand and deliver as the bomb is planted by Jimmy. A comfortable retake by any
Flash
stretch.
by Chopper here.
Yeah, it's going to be the flash, and Donk is a demon with this block. He's trying to track him. Shiro's actually paired up. A lovely double, and oh my god! Spirit take the round!
Number disadvantage retake there, and they're able to pull that one off. Massive work.
I was convinced they had everything they needed. Good setup, double doors, man advantage, no kit for your retake, and never mind. Never mind, it's Shiro with a very quick double, despite the absence of donks after the first.
Yeah, that's what's discussing Shiro in clutches, but this is impact late on the retake, so massive work from him. Just coming out that single door and nobody looking. That's how the double up was made possible. Just drawn into the fight by Donk and Chopper, and Shiro doesn't miss. And MOUZ, with the bomb going down, have actually been able to get themselves a tidy-looking force. The bigger issue is the lack of head armor on Brollan and Exertion behind the Galils. torzsi, Jimmy, not the same problem, and Shui into a Mac 10. To be light on nades, they expended their smokes early. It feels like you're going to have to use these to try and take some territory.
Oh, alley wall erected.
Yeah, big three-man pack as well with the bomb. As the first clear comes in, Chopper will poke his head up secret. Donk will try and contribute from main.
Top of red looks like it could be a headshot. Oh, just times to perfection on the retreat.
Down with the bomb, Chopper scampers back, so information definitely being found as ramp has been lost.
Pop flash and pressure. Shiro has to get away with that scout. Wow, falls to a flying Mac 10. So pressure all over the shop now. Zontic uncrouches into Jimmy. MOUZ, this is taking shape. It's taking bodies. Just Magic's and Chopper left, and lobby has been taken short, but the site is lost.
The beauty of that is the way they exploited those rotations. Chopper says the info, Zontic drops down to bolster the B site. They're able to get out towards ramp. They harass the rotating player that is going to be Shiro. Scout, he gets hunted down by the Mac 10. Jimmy ready for Zontic to try and get that trade, take the territory back so they have some information, poking his head up ramp, and bang. Well, guess what? We're not in secret anymore. We're coming through main. This is a top split. And from MOUZ, that is very well handled. Sure, you lose the pistol that you probably should have won, but this might taste even better. Chopper will hold on to the FAMAS, the MP9 for Magic's, and the two of them saving over towards T-spawn, enemy territory. History will be made today, Alex. One of these two teams, these organizations looking to put themselves into a major grand final. MOUZ, or MOUZ Sports as they once were, been in the major circuit since 2014. The furthest they've ever gone was a semi-final. That was at Rio, where they lost to Outsiders, the eventual winners. Spirit had Antwerp. They lost to FaZe, the eventual winners. So both of them being held at the door by the bigger names.
Game that was in Antwerp.
And that roster seems quite different today. Obviously, the headline is Donk. And do we have another ticket to the Donk show? That's the question. Can he continue to offer these next-level performances? Have a bit of a PC problem just being reported in the server by MOUZ. And we had a slight delay at the start of the game. There was also a PC issue on that side of the server. So hopefully we can get this sorted ASAP. So you also have FaZe versus G2 to look forward to this afternoon. And they are two of the absolute most fan-favorite teams. The energy will definitely be a whole lot more electric.
Well, there's a whole contrast as well with what you were just discussing. You know, you talk about major legacy and getting to those grand finals, perhaps one exception, but the other side, I mean, I'm sure it's numerous. So many players have been in pursuit of that trophy, some closer than others.
Well, that's where all the major winners still reside. Snacks and Taz representing the G2 side of the server. Snacks looking to make it a 10-year hiatus between major trophy lifts.
That is gangster. That is gangster.
And
the fact
FaZe,
he's still going.
4 out of the 5. It's Frozen, the newest to don the jersey. After Twist parted ways and headed to Liquid, which, hey, the start of the year wasn't great. The end probably felt a little bit better. Major playoff, sure, and oh, that's a thumbs up from Exertion. Does that mean we're good to go?
I think that means quite the opposite. Just trying to win over the crowd a little bit. Of course, he knows that on those walkouts, the star power of Donk, it is crazy how, you know, what is this, a 17-year-old?
Must feel like a dream.
Just walking out in Shanghai.
You wonder what the rest of life could be like, or how long can he really push the career?
Yeah, I mean, crazy. Just 10,000 people excited to see a 17-year-old kid from Russia just walking into the stadium.
Another young gun story. We just had Jimmy on screen for a moment. His brother, Sergey. He was 16 years of age back at Katowice 2019. He turned 17 throughout that major run. It was in March. His birthday was on, I think, the 1st of March, and the major final was on the 3rd of March. So he turned 17 going into that major grand final. And unfortunately for them, unable to lift the trophy, but here to support his brother. And that's the thing. Sergey was so young when he was there. Sergey's only 22. But we haven't seen Sergey in the server for, I think, 3 years.
Yeah.
Apparently he's driving trucks in Finland. That's a bit of a meme. I think it's maybe more than a bit of a meme, but...
we might get to see him back in the server. Sergey was such a promising young Finn.
It might be a longer fill than anticipated, everybody. Just seeing torzsi disconnect and looking to change the PC. So we'll keep the reports flowing thick and fast, but that's the info that we have currently.
But, you know, the desk has discussed it, but this idea of the next generation, it kind of felt like that, right? When we started Katowice and Donk just shows up, and do we know the Katowice spirit story? I mean, that was just ungodly. I think the words I used at the time were like an extinction-level event. It felt like, you know, this was where we start saying goodbye to some of the older names, whereas the newer names have kind of risen to the ranks and gotten into the jersey. I imagine it's only going to get more. It's only going to be more of that coming into this.
I think this is the thing. We are 10 years deep into CSGO/CS2 at this point. You obviously have the previous generations from 1.6 Source.
Still floating about occasionally.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There's still people who are part of teams or still kicking around doing different things in the space who were involved in the very early echelons, and they're all inspiring the next generation. I think there was questions regarding Donk because CS2 had really just come out, right?
Yeah.
It was late in 2023. They were transitioning. And it was like, oh, okay, well, is he getting these advantages because, the peakers are buffed in CS2? But he's been able to carry through as the game's developed and evolved. And, well, I think most would say it's at its best state so far, and it should only keep getting better, and he's still delivering.
Yeah.
I think it was unquestionable when you see a level of performance in Katowice to go, oh, yeah, he's going to do that again. Oh, he's going to pop off to that. Like, no, guys, like, what are we talking about? Like, that was insane, and he's not just going to be able to carry that from event to event to event. You had the fact that you were not the favorite, and then you decided to be this terrorizing force. You put a target on your back. The rest of the year, hey, they still have more trophies to their cabinet, right? It wasn't just that win.
Yeah, sure. But the big win, I mean, the major, it's tantalizingly close.
Well, this would be such a huge feat for them because I feel that we've had one of our most competitive years of Counter-Strike in an extremely long time. You look at all the different names that have been in contention. We started the year with FaZe at the tippy top of the tongue coming out of 2023, coming into 2024. Spirit put their name in the hat early. MOUZ have been good in the environments that aren't the arenas, and that started to change a little bit too. They've been getting wins in arenas. They made 2 arena finals at Chengdu as well as Rio, unable to lift those trophies, but they're doing their best to shake the title of just being studio merchants because EPL, that's not a problem for them. The Dacha events, yeah, they could definitely show up there. But it's these big trophies, these big titles, and that was the difference that Sam was pointing out on the desk is Spirit have lifted a massive trophy in an arena. It was Katowice, so they're looking to bookend the year.
Yeah.
Katowice and the major in Donk's real first year of top-tier play. That's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, it does speak to the competitive field of play, doesn't it? I mean, you've also had Vitality Cologne, of course, no more Vitality. We witnessed their departure yesterday, which was, I mean, breathtaking to witness. Truly did not see that one coming after the first map and even the start of the second. So yeah, you've got like a nice smorgasbord of top-tier Counter-Strike teams, and MOUZ one of them. And I can't help but explore that, disappearing in the playoff stages conversation. I think that's an interesting one and a conundrum, and I can't help but attribute it to that nice vague word, pressure.
Yeah, look, I think that both of these teams, after their quarterfinal victories, did interviews with HLTV. It was Zontix for Spirit, it was Brollan for that of MOUZ, and they both referenced, well, stress and nerves, and they're symptoms of pressure, right? So pressure is a tough one. We see it go, yeah, it's the pressure of the arena, but essentially it's just creating a tension, and that tension is going to create the fatigue that is going to cause mistakes. Either physically, you're going to miss shots, mentally, you're going to make mistakes, you're not going to rotate, you're going to forget strategies, you're going to miss smokes, and they can really plague you. And we have seen it previously when these guys are playing in the big arenas. Zontix early on in the year in Copenhagen had a tough time in some clutches. Now, they weren't easy clutches by any stretch, but back then he was running with the fact that, hey, we don't feel pressure. But I think, you know, the more that you do this, the more that you see this, the more that you feel it. Neither of you have been in a major grand final before. Shui's the only one. That is the goal. The goal is to lift that trophy, and you have to go step by step, and you're in uncharted territory right now. Last time Spirit only made it to the quarterfinals. This time they're in the semifinals. Coming into this matchup, I think most people would have them as the favorite over MOUZ. But with the head-to-head in the year, they played 4 times, and we're split 2-2. So we found the decider in their best of 5. Just checking out a bit of chit-chat between the two of them in
I can see Dom just smiling ear to ear. They're having a whole chit-chat.
Yeah, so Shui's a bit of a character if people haven't been able to really get that from his interviews. At breakfast or at lunch when they're in the catering area, you know, he's running around, he's asking all these questions. I heard him the other day asking about Element, the Norwegian legend.
Not periodic table?
No.
Oh, okay.
And then he started asking, he said to Zip when we were getting a coffee, he said, what's the capital of Australia? And Zip's just sitting there looking. He tried to give him some hints. Most people will get that one wrong. It's Canberra. Then he asked me, what's the capital of New Zealand? I tried to trick him, make him think it was Auckland. It's Wellington. He likes his trivia, does Shui.
Okay. Well, you know, maybe once he's had a long tenured career in Counter-Strike, we'll see him on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I could see him being well-suited to the task.
He's asked, what's the capital of South Africa? Cape Town.
Cape Town. Not familiar with Chinese gang signs. Don't know what he's throwing up there.
Well, I think that could be we are almost ready to go sign, because I can see that we do have all 10 players on the server. 10 servers playing their own game.
Everyone's top fragging.
It looks good. Freeze time ticking on down. Need a restore. And we should be good to go. They have called the tech, but that's because they need to get the admins to give it a quick little restart. So don't worry, it'll be sorted out, no dramas whatsoever. Okay.
Okay, Shui, next question. What do you call after winning a second round force buy with some fantastic manipulations of rotation? Something that Chad has often talked about is the recipe for success on T-side Nuke is forcing the CT side to acknowledge rotations and to manipulate them to your will and whimsy.
Well, one of the keys right here is they have saved the Famas an MP9, but they've even been able to get on an M4 in the hands of Dong. So if he wants to get in their face, could try and unravel some of this chessboard that is Nuke. Jimmy applying pressure over towards ramp early. Does look like Donk has dropped down towards the lower side, so he's doing what Chopper attempted in the previous. We'll see if he can be so more successful.
Like, not scared. Flash comes in, Peek comes out, no one's home, but there's a nice lot of damage. Donk forced away, ducks down at 50 HP.
I will just note something that could be a bit of an issue, potentially because of the pause that we just had in the restore. Exertion hasn't brought into head armor, which is a key issue against MP9s, Famas's, M4s.
Yeah, it could become problematic. Brollan has closed the gap on this lock of smoke. Shiro can now acknowledge that potential, just dips back to ramp safe haven for him. With Zontix starting to get a bit activated towards Trophy and lobby.
A lot of territory to work with right now.
Being held by Chopper, a head-to-head duel, and Famas versus Galil. Brollan prevails. Lobby held very passively here by Jimmy. A head-to-head he has versus Zontix. Looks like Zontix should have had that. Shui though, down clean. Nice work from Magix. Flashed off and long-range burst. Could have been good. Wow, Brollan. Instant headshot. Falls apart for Spirit and looks like preserving the guns is their call. I say that, Donk is looking at the ladder, but that's a death sentence and he knows it.
He's in a bit of a danger zone right now. He might get caught here, Donk. And if he gets over the... the fact that he had the M4, they might have hunted him down. Jimmy at range. with the MAC-10 will delete him. And that's just going to leave Shiro with this scout, again, saving over towards T-Spawn. So MOUZ grabbing a lot of space in these back-to-back rounds. In the previous, able to get down secret, force the rotations. This time, suffocating towards Heaven and Hell. And a great second shot there from Brollan. Always going to be a bit tentative coming out of Heaven like that. He was going out first, so he was traded. He got so low from that dink from Chopper. But really well handled. Brollan staying alive with 4 points of health. And this is great signs. You've got 4 rifles, sure 2 of them are Galils. But you're building a bit of a bank right now with 4 players staying alive.
Brollan representing Sweden. Formerly one of the more dominant regions and countries of Counter-Strike.
Not only that, he was part of Fnatic alongside of the JWs and Flushes, and for his age, it's kind of crazy to think he played with those absolute legends once upon a time. I think the story goes his time in NIP didn't count, but his time in MOUZ definitely does.
Yeah. Some high praise as well from Exertion in his interview, saying that Brollan's game versus MIBR, the Elimination Stage, was the best game he's played in a MOUZ jersey. Referring to Brollan, who has had a rough start in the Shanghai Major.
I guess we have a good time to talk about that headline. Is a bit of a tag from Shiro. We'll need to hit a bunch more of those if these pistols want to be able to convert. Swinging to the line, he was ready, but just unscoped. Again, they're just clamping down on Heaven and Hell, suffocating any of the rotation points as they're going to flood out of Heaven.
Yeah, it's actually potentially going to go awry. They handle it very well so far. Zontic's going to be overlooked for a moment. Brollan adjusts and cleans up. Donk's D does nothing.
And then Shiro with the scout deleted as well. Another round with 4 players staying alive. Residual cash is flowing. torzsi 9.4, 9.5 for Jimmy. Heaps of cash. Now, does torzsi want to drop that Galil over to Exertion? They bring out the AWP. It doesn't look like it, but Hallie wants to get on the mic and stem the bleed immediately. This is the CT side of Nuke. You won the pistol, you lost the force, you're 3-1 in the hole, but now the rifles are out to put up a bit of a fight because there hasn't been a lot of kills to report over that little spread that MOUZ just went on. We have their map choice of Ancient up next, Mirage in the third and Decider if we need to get there.
The 30-second window has elapsed. Ali barks his orders.
So they've shown they're able to surge around towards Heaven and Hell. They're able to get down secret, and there's no Shiro AWP. So you try and continue with a similar game plan. There is the torzsi AWP, so the 30 seconds allowed them to rejig the purchases. Exertion sold back his AK, got dropped the M4. This is just fast. This is ballsy.
Yeah, and they know they've been occupying secret.
Just cross dry.
Just straight dry across, and yeah, Shiro. It's not going to be Shiro. It is. Down there early. Chopper in support. A block smoke seems good. Well placed. Now the bomb is on the back of torzsi, so use his positioning as an indication of the finish. Zontic's very passive at the back of the garage.
Yeah, that's key. Zontic is the ramp holder. There's nobody ramp. They're playing nobody over towards ramp whatsoever. Shiro down B shore, the canary in the coal mine, but that's very late info. Drop in, first kill, Donk down.
Flash. And they clear him out as well, despite his passive nature. Zontic's empty-handed, Donk the same. Magic's forced into the fight by the flames. And he's done well with the first. Chopper swings through, delivers a headshot, removes torzsi. They can pivot. Sound cues are heard. Brollan from Heaven as well. Magic's just distracted by this sound cue. Lovely team play. And team play is the name of the game for MOUZ, isn't it?
I think that they have individuals who can deliver, but the way that they play off of each other, the way that they approach the game, it can be a beauty to watch. And I think some of their shortcomings a little bit earlier in the year was maybe too much confidence, too much getting into fights as opposed to playing out the rounds. And right now they are poised. It's telling when you're playing the push and pull of Nuke that communication has to be an all-time high. You can't be stressed. You can't just be running around. You need to understand what's open, what's not. That appears to be the case so far as MOUZ looking to post their fourth. We'll now note the position of Shiro. Looking to save something yet again, Spirit, but right now just making a dent within these rounds. It really not looking good in the hood as Jimmy will back off to save and preserve that AWP to give it to torzsi. Loss bonus. It's going to put an interesting discussion on the table for Spirit. I think they should just partially invest behind this A1S and then try and bring out the full buy with the AWP in Shiro's hands for the next.
It has been very yard-centric so far.
And I thought potentially they might want to try and head over towards this A site and exploit Magix and Chopper, right? Chopper's your doorman. Magix will be anchoring the back of the site. Zontic's over towards ramp, and it's the combination of Shiro and Donk dealing with the outside.
But they just decide to take a fight with Donk every round.
They didn't take the save. They've actually shoved all in here. They brought out MP9s, just another M4 and another entry. This is looking way too easy, way too clean and concise for MOUZ right now. This is beautiful.
You have to respect that. The Molotov thrown by Brollan buys them full ramp control. A wall of smokes as well. They have no idea how many numbers have taken ramp, never mind outside, and so Chopper will dip down.
Spirit are just chasing their tail.
They really are concerned about B.
I just think with this much ramp space and all the utility you have, you're in such a strong position to execute towards the lower side. Chopper has to play forward and try and cause some chaos. Has support of Magix. The two of them can unleash these MP9s in the choke point. This could still pay off, but we need a multi-kill from one of the two.
Magix has used his MP9 to great success in their quarterfinal, and Chopper goes ahead. Isolated now. Magix knows what he's got to do. A sound cue given, and not the headshot initially. Good work, finds Brollan. Shui trades. 2 remain. Shiro is down here. And now forced into the fight. In the flames, he delivers. Gets away with murder. Exertion's having none of that, though. Returns fire. Nice late arrival through Secret. He bided his time throughout the entirety of that round to find that double to finish. But yeah, threatening from Shiro. He's shooting hard. But that force by force flat, Chad, and I can't help but feel this T-side haul from MOUZ is starting to swell. 5-1.
This is already out of control. Obviously, the max loss bonus coming into play again once these saves gives them a slight buff up, so they have been able to bring out the Shiro AWP, but it's never really been a full buy, has it? There's always been some form of a mission, whether it's utility or firepower. Now Shiro's AWP, but there's nothing really around it.
Okay, late main smoke. Shiro's AWP gonna be hard to hit shots with the wall erected. Donk spotted.
And called an AWP. That's great information. With how the buys have been going, you don't really know what Spirit are going to be throwing your way, so exertion.
He's cooking. Is he going to go through? Suspects Donk's committed to yard, and now he just walks through, and now all onto Magix. Jump scare from behind, and just onto Donk. It falls apart for Spirit once more. So well structured, exploiting these gaps they manufacture.
And a save again. Right now for MOUZ, it literally feels like there's nothing they can do wrong. They are playing such a clean game of Counter-Strike at this point. There's just been so few fights. Zontic sitting at 0-6. Donk, we said, do we have a ticket to the Donk show? Well, not yet. He's 1-7. 2 kills for Chopper, 4 for Magix, and 6 for Shiro at the tippy top, but looking to get more exits next to his name. Donk is not present just yet. And that has been an unfamiliar flavor in Shanghai. That's the first move that you might want to question. Give over a AK. So Chopper will upgrade that. Get an opportunity. They are going to see him slink down the ladder, and silently, as they were heading on back to spawn, Brollan will make sure that doesn't get out of control. So no AK after all. At this point, I'm really questioning the approach from Spirit. It doesn't feel they've come in ready to go with full guns. Maybe they're, I don't want to say there's lack of respect for MOUZ, but just not seeing a full buy by my category of that terminology in play, and we're about to head into round number 8. It's very worrying. Especially
because now it's too far gone to kind of sit there and go, yeah, we've got to eco, give them 7. You know, you kind of you're in a box now.
Yeah, and because they save that AWP, you think, okay, well, we probably should buy behind this. And that's exactly what they're starting to do off the back of this 30-second conversation with Hallie. But right now, my question is, okay, well, they're taking all the space. How do you negate that? Aggression. So do we want to go for the AWP with an MP9 on a ramp push? Do we want to do yard control where Shiro posts up, watch top silo? Does he get behind red? Does Donk push up close under silo? What type of fights are we looking for? And now, Shui, well, he's just had 30 seconds with Cyclone. What are we going to change? Is the game plan working to the point where we don't need to stress? Because right now, everything is picture perfect. This is stunning from MOUZ.
Okay, so incendiary to stop their crawl. Main smoke obscures, same wall. Donk, he is going to be proactive on this. He has that vision over the top of this wall if he chooses to mantle up. He's not.
But what are you lacking when you don't have a full buy? HEs to clear smokes. You don't know what's across. You have to respect this.
Ooh, spots it out with the shoulder of Shiro, breaks the smoke regardless. Minimal HGs, yes, but Shiro's put his to good use. Finds an opening kill for Spirit, a much-needed opening kill on this semi-final stage. More available for Shiro. Absorbing prowess on display. Finding that impact his other teammates have been unable to provide. Bomb slips lower though, and this could be a heartbreaker if you concede.
It's Zontic's from range with an MP9, so he's going to have to try and get up close and personal on the sound cue.
Break of the glass, not yet committed to. Zontic's walking in, does catch Exertion off guard. An important trade found by Brollan, but a 2 versus 4. Oh, and Brollan catches Chopper on the ladder. Did he catch a whiff of Magix? I think he did. He certainly did now. Loud about this, very loud about this. MP9 versus AK, and Brollan dips up the vent. Donk from heaven should have him. Nade thrown out. Limit Donk's contribution so he can pick up that bomb. It's Jimmy in the clutch. Known to be no slouch in these kind of situations. Knows where Donk was. Starts to maneuver away. Shiro and Donk, after such a strong start, could lose this. If, oh, he only found one more bullet onto Shiro. Asked him to delay the defuse to recover the AWP. But that's Shiro's round. And Spirit's second.
Yeah, first that showed a little bit of wobbles. But great impact there from Shiro, finding the first right in towards ramp. Really good work from him. Does get the AWP back in time. Defuse comes through. Donk gets an AK-47. Here's the clear just in time.
Good shots.
Chewy trying to take some space, but one step ahead. I think Zontic was very lucky there because the timing worked for him perfectly. Exertion was already clearing, holding, waiting, nothing came, and Zontic walked down like he wasn't expecting anybody to be that close, so fortunate. Now it's about doubling up, going on consecutive round run to try and close out this half. 6 is still available. That would mean 5 on the trot, and that would shift momentum going into the second half of play.
Shoulder spotted, warning shot hit. Wow, brave from Jimmy to go crouch peeking into the AWP.
It's very confident stuff from Jimmy there, especially after the spray at range in the previous in that 1-on-2.
Torzsi's head was spotted at the top of the smoke. Donk communicating, and they are once again occupying his domain. Break of the smoke, delays. Shiro trying to provide support, because Donk's dead. Just like that, Brollan backing his individual prowess. 14 frags for the Swede, and more not available this round. Shiro makes sure of it. It's his orb shot, brings us back into a 4v4, but Chopper and Shiro are bleeding out.
Yeah, Chopper's in a lot of trouble when this smoke fades. You can see he's worried about Jimmy, who will be able to punish this time round. There's a second available, but
Nice.
Magix makes sure it doesn't get too out of control. 3v3, 55 seconds.
Shiro very concerned about this lost space on Yard. He is just holding this close angle.
Gonna have to worry about lower, and well, Zontic has just rotated down there, so gonna be split on the defense, our Spirit.
Just as he tried to clear the walk up, Shui nails him. Now it is all onto that Magic's top site hold, as you just highlighted. Zontic is nowhere near. Starting to investigate the A site. Swings through, straight into the orb. Again, there's just always, it feels like they're traveling in pairs.
Good trade work, good teamwork. And again, it just shows that the communication for MOUZ. The last round was where it looked a little bit skittish, right? It was Brollan in a desperate scenario trying to rotate up the vent, getting caught throwing nades. But they were in, what was it, I believe, a 2v4 situation, so still able to try and draw that one back. But you can see what MOUZ were hoping for there, and they got delivered. It was too quiet. There was seeds of doubt for Spirit. They had no information. They were just worried that they'd be crept upon. MOUZ were waiting for the reaggress. They caught a perfect timing. Shui with the knockout blow onto Shiro's AWP there in lockers. And Zontic would try and scavenge this back if he could. 2900 into the next, so Shiro should be able to bring out an AWP, but it's the rest of them that you have to question in the buy department. And now the half has been won. 7-2.
Their pick for a reason.
It's a masterclass on this T-side so far. You have to be so happy as the coach standing behind watching this play out, because you haven't been brought into the mud. You're not playing a brawly game. It wasn't back and forth with the force buys. You won your force buy. They couldn't do the same, so now we're looking clean and easy. And sure, there's been saves, but you've never really found yourself in any scenarios that are causing too much concern. MOUZ have called another technical, so I'll take a moment to glance over and see what's being addressed.
I mean, they are genuinely just all holding their pieces of paper. I can see Zontix taking a look at his notes.
Well, no communication allowed during the technical. Coach can't chip in, players can't talk to each other, communicate any way, shape or form. So right now, for Spirit, it's about trying to find yourself center stage here in Shanghai. These first 9 rounds of play, probably feeling blisteringly fast, even though you were going for the saves, because for the individuals, you get a duel, you're dead. And we haven't really had a lot of action. Nothing that you can be proud of for most of the players, other than Shiro, really. Zontix is on the board now. Donk's up to 2, but it's unusual to see him this quiet.
Desk highlighting Donk's shifted demeanor from the one we met at the start of this year to the one we see on our screens now. Attributing it to age, I suspect it's also just a question of remaining composed. It can be easy to get a bit volatile with your emotions running so high, so hot. But he still stays focused on the task at hand. You can recover this CT half, albeit, as Chad put it, a masterclass from MOUZ. It has to start now.
The buy's not bad. MP9, the weakest of the weapons for Chopper, but he can wield that. Smoke's being donated to the Grenadier himself, Shui, to set them up with the smoke wall once more. Hey, future pros, you can all take some tips off that. Nice little diagonal with 3, and they have been using it to great success. This time a faster, well, was looking like a faster pacing. I think Exertion was trying to play ahead, and I'm not sure, just over the tippy top. Exertion well aware of this, clear of the smoke, and takes the fight. Donk down, Exertion winning out that head-to-head.
Missed shot from Shiro. Donk again just can't seem to win a duel. MOUZ can shoot, they shoot hard. Exertion demonstrates. Problems now. Chopper down on the low side. Magic's got so much work to do, and Brollan's already beneath him. Jimmy lingers lobby. Brollan's coming for you, and Exertion will be in a position to trade as well. On the railing, find from Zontix. Shui does fall elsewhere. Magic's anticipating this hard occupation. Zontix has his 6. Magic staying dynamic, a wall bang just through the corner, finds the headshot, removes Magic's topside vulnerable. Zontix 1 is not going to be enough. He's trying to pivot to higher vantage point, but Exertion ready. It just goes from bad to worse. Exertion has a field day on yard.
Yeah, beautiful work from him. As soon as Donk got killed there, he typed tech and disconnected from the server. So maybe he's having a couple of issues as well that need to be sorted. Hopefully those are more game-related than mental, because they're going to need him to wake up and shake things up. MOUZ up to 8. Right now, this is the composure that you're looking for. You don't need to be getting fired up about these rounds if you're MOUZ. You're playing them perfectly. This is the type of Counter-Strike that after you finish the round, yeah, good stuff, boys. Yeah. Let's keep going. Let's go again.
More of that.
You are playing by the book. Everything that you've discussed, everything you've planned for this very moment is coming to fruition. And you're on easy street. It's just about getting this job done, moving on to Ancient. The match against MOUZ, it didn't start anywhere near as confidently as this. They had to really build back into that game. Finding their feet, finding some comfort on the stage right now against a big name like Spirit. This is where they've really had a tough time, MOUZ, throughout the year. They've slowly been able to chip in with a few more arena wins on the Cologne stage, the finals of Rio and Chengdu. Now, this is looking like a strong contender for a grand final showing. This could just be one of those series where both teams really just go to town on their own map picks, and then we get to the third and it really delivers with some of those fireworks.
Look at that, the auto shotgun has been brought out. Sign of the times. Will there be any aggression behind it, or is it just going to be on top of the HUD? Seems that's where Magic was heading.
Honestly, not a bad weapon for the job, but if they don't head A, might have trouble using that. Chopper aggressive.
Mind games being played. Donk and Chopper tasked with yard control.
They've gone for this red boost so often for torzsi to look around the gaps of their own smokes.
Chopper shut down, but he's in trouble. Brollan's down, the bomb is lost. Shiro, long-range FaMAUZ taps away. Builds a round out of this one. Shiro gets that info. Tries to limit their options, maybe overlooking the potential for Shui. Timing caught, timing has been perfect. Donk just returning, looks away, should be a clean one. Shui gets it done. Costs him a great deal of health. Donk gets his crosshair there in time. Shiro distracted, destroyed by Jimmy, still takes one with him.
Well, he couldn't win the 1v2. How about a 1v3? Knows where the bomb is, has plenty of time to sort this one out, but isn't going to be able to do it silently. He's running into Zontix.
Yeah, there's no way. He's got his knife out. Zontix should have a freebie here. Gets it done. Spirit get their third. And success in the yard. Shiro's such a condition for the win through the fence.
Had those bolt cutters out, didn't he? That'll be a nice little boon for Shiro for this final round of the first half. And we have been quite stop-start in this, so we'll be heading into another minute break between the halves.
I mean, that's only been Shiro. You think about it, pistol, USP, multi-kill.
He's showing impact.
Orb 3K, and this one right here with the FaMAUZ. Certainly showing impact in the absence of others. In the absence of Donk, a rough first half on this semi-final stage. Exertion though. Oh, Donk's not ready! Charges off the main with a pace change out of MOUZ to end the half. This could be cheeky. Chopper is good and ready for the first. Molly forces the fight for Chopper. Low HP from Exertion. And he goes down. Shui's back, exposed to the Shiro Orb, and this pace change has come to a rather swift halt. In the smoke, torzsi gets a faceful of Chopper, pulls the trigger just in time. A triple kill from torzsi, and a fourth required. Knows what he is, playing in the smoke, down to 25, still got that one-shot headshot available. Picks up the bomb, and uses that smoke to get out of there. Shiro, how are you playing this? Does drop in the vent. Extinguish, pressure on to torzsi now, knows it. Shiro's ahead of the play. This is Spirit's chance for a fourth, again demanding Shiro to step up, to be the start, to give them something to work with into this next half of play. It's Shiro again! Spirit can count on Shiro, takes a moment to engage in Shanghai, get the attention, let him know he's here. And his gameplay's certainly doing that. MOUZ's pick, and they recover 4 meager rounds on their CT half.
No shame for Shiro in that first half. He did everything he could there. You think about how late when the AWP came into play, and then he found impact with it. Just question the buying patterns of Team Spirit early on, winning the pistol, losing the force, and then after that, the first gun round felt like it was miles down the track. This is where we started to heat up a little bit, but Shiro showing some poise, showing some class, and able to get them something to work with. Magix, he wants his fist bump. Shiro wants his applause. You wonder for MOUZ. Now the CT side, your players are online. Brollan, definitely 15 kills for him. Are they just going to be able to shut this down, or will it become a bit of an issue?
And that's the question. What's your professional opinion on the T sides of Spirit?
They can be hit and miss. Sometimes they look great, and sometimes they look very, very rough. And I think you get two types of those T-halves. One could be where you get in the Donk and Shiro show, and they're able to find their contributions. But other games we've done, Chopper's been getting space, getting entry kills. You think of some Mirage matches earlier on in the tournament, really able to call a good game. But it can be a bit hit and miss. And Nuke being so technical and Donk not being online, if they're looking to rely on the individual to crack things open, they might have to turn to Shiro a little bit more so right now. But you want to get Donk activated for map number 2. Even if you lose this one, you need him to be in the game. So Shiro with 14 kills at the tippy top of the scoreboard. P250 for Chopper. Flashing his hands as well. Your body's going up towards Silo immediately. Bit of a waterfall technique.
Okay, I love it. torzsi knows what's up. Over the waterfall smoke and pressures immediately towards that hell position. torzsi flirting with the idea of pushing the smoke. It's a death wish if you do. Donk flies around the corner, tries to pull the crosshair, still goes down to Shui, traded by Magix. Zontix coming in from the elevation, Shui not looking, needed a clean headshot! Needed a clean headshot! Messy from Spirit here. The toes are spotted, distracting Shui further. Can he really adjust again? Shiro makes it look easy. As it should have been. Easy to lose track of that Glock.
Action on torzsi poking his head up secret.
Yeah.
Might catch them back turn. Magix is trying to deal with this.
Ooh, it's all about the timing here. Does Magix get cover in time? It looks like he has. So yeah, Heaven. Exertion's opted for this hot angle. Maintains that lobby control as the round takes a bit of a standstill. Silent drop from Magix. Covered by that USP, recovered off of Shui's corpse. Planted for Shiro in Heaven. torzsi main. Xertion distracts. Gets the headshot. Shiro tapping heads. It's more Shiro show. torzsi left in the 1 versus 2. Shiro feeling himself in Shanghai, pulling Spirit back into this game, but torzsi, he's hitting headshots of his own. Shiro called the bluff. torzsi backs away, trying to catch the tip of the head. And that's another clutch! torzsi pulls it off with a second to spare, and he loves the way that one feels.
All right, giving Shiro a taste of his own medicine there. A 1v1 to end the half as the diffuser is going to be real damn close. But guess what, torzsi, he didn't celebrate too early. He knew he had that one covered and played it to perfection. Just more bodies than Shui was expecting coming through the heavens here, but some great shooting from Shiro. But the way that torzsi plays this, he taps the bomb, he tucks behind the box. So if you're looking for just a little cue, a little indicator, maybe a leg, maybe an arm, we're out of position, pops up, not only out of his chair, but into Shiro's face and secures the pistol round for MOUZ. We've split the pistols in map number 1, but the bomb goes down and Spirit are going to attempt to win a force fight, just like MOUZ did in the first half of play. It's the most energetic we've seen MOUZ so far off the back of that clutch. They know what that means. They deal with this one. It's down to Spirit, likely on the eco, and we can say good night to Nuke and hello to Ancient.
If they win this one. Tech9 can be oh so threatening. The Mac 10 yard, not always ideal. Donk's going to throw out the smoke wall from behind the red container, and Exertion can be very disruptive here, at least get answers.
Playing ahead of it into main.
torzsi, an opportunity to try and isolate these duels. It's clean, it's comfortable, it's perfect from MOUZ. Nothing for Spirit here, apart from a Shiro constellation frag. He falls finally. And just as you highlighted, that essentially signals a very quick second half.
And well, with the type of buy decisions that Spirit have gone for, I wouldn't be too surprised to see them just shove again.
At this point.
I think that was so well handled from Brollan in that A defense because, look, there was that gap of timing that they were able to peer through. They throw the smokes, they say, hey, we're trying to go down secret. Guess what? No, we're exploding in through main, trying to open up A from multiple different angles, and Brollan defending Squeaky has to flick around. So really, really good work there from MOUZ. Oh,
hello.
A little bit of a knife out of spawn. That's a love tap. Some light pistol upgrades. Starting to get the energy flowing and going as Chopper will be the first death this time round. And opening kills for Spirit just feels so few and far between. We'll check in on the stat line and see how dire it is.
Returning to that pressure conversation for a moment, you highlighted it can lead to tension and fatigue. But the pressure also comes from other places. It can come from yourself, but it can come from external factors as well.
Yeah, Blair was bringing that up on the desk with the Zontics interview, saying that they were starting to manifest in their head ways that they could lose the round as Liquid was starting to make their comeback known on Dust 2.
Yeah, just that, like, the little thought in the back of your mind.
What if?
What if I can't hit a headshot today? He certainly can. Removes Donk. Jimmy's there. M4. Oh, he takes a heavy headshot. Goes down to that Shiro team.
Shiro's got 19 kills.
He's doing everything. Is he top frag of the server? He is. He is. 18 from Brollan. Xertion finds his 9th, but yeah, I mean, what a crazy discrepancy to have. It's like, Shiro's certainly got more experience than some of the other names.
Oh, for sure. Look, you've got 4 opening kills in total for Spirit over the course of this game so far. 2 of them, Shiro's been able to manifest for them. He has 6 multi-kills. He's got a clutch to his name. Shiro's doing it all at the moment.
I can't help but feel like knowing Shiro or knowing Counter-Strike players, you're going to be sitting there going, oh, if I win that clutch, you know, oh, if I just won the pistol.
Yeah, Brollan's been having a great game as well, 5-0 as far as opening is concerned. So everybody finding contributions. It's Jimmy who's been in clutches, who, look, they were pretty tough clutches to win. So no harm, no foul for him not converting those. But is this just a formality now? Is this all for show from Team Spirit?
Damn, that spam does find Chopper. Brollan gets him low. Shui ready to receive. Bad tracking. Good flashes. Giro opens it up. Donk and Zontics breaking down the front door. Topside falls for MOUZ.
How's that? The first Donk opening kill. And we're 16 rounds deep.
More required. A whole lot more. If there is to be a conversation about Nuke. Shiro's ready for insertion yard, and regardless, Ashen finds that headshot quickly. Well-placed utility, can throw a smoke on top of that after recovering it.
Yeah, you want to hold on to these guns.
Oh.
It's a little bit light on with the cash for a few of the members of MOUZ, so they should be able to get the buy going forward as long as these three stay alive. No dramas whatsoever. Now, look, I don't know if this is going to be over just yet. We might see one of the greatest Counter-Strike comebacks in history, but if the game does end in a few rounds' time, I wouldn't put this down to pressure for Team Spirit. I don't think they set themselves up in the first half of play to actually contest. I think with the way that they were buying, the type of buys that they brought to the table, the fact that we didn't really see full investment, which limits your options.
Yeah.
Right, not only on Nuke are we looking for the HEs to clear the smoke walls, you're also looking for your Molotovs to make sure they can't be pacey. Right, you want to block them from the potential to go fast down secret. And there was rounds where they were just lacking everything that they possibly required to be competitive. Now, sure, that does start with losing the force. Your coach can't make you do that, but he can definitely get on the mic and say, hey, boys, what's going on with these buys? Last round of top pop on a delayed tempo. This time, more investigation towards Yard. And Donk starting to work himself back into the game. That's the question. All the ruse. Drop the smoke wall, imply pressure with the incendiaries that you're going to comb forward and take more of this control. And having to acknowledge the rotations are MOUZ, but nobody's dipped down towards B just yet. torzsi coming over to bolster ramp. That might free up Jimmy to rotate lower. I'm now back in lobby, and well, they're trying to exploit rotations in the same way that MOUZ did, but this is more lobby heavy as opposed to yard centric. Not worried about B whatsoever, MOUZ.
Yeah, it feels like their prep may be paying off here. Good understanding of what to expect. torzsi confirms ramp is there. Exertion, though, does go down, overextends into Zontics. Here comes the finish. That Molotov forces the fight. Brollan off of Hut. Now Shui burning. Swings. Where was he gone? He gets two! Massive from Shui. Still Spirit have the advantage. torzsi's AWP is dangerous, though. Deadly. But no, with Magic's in the server. Shuts it down. Converts the round, a must-win round for Spirit. As you discussed, the idea of a comeback, they've taken 2 steps in that direction.
Oh, Stack was in the right place there for MOUZ. Felt like they had a good understanding of the situation, ready to lock down Shui with a fortunate double, but everybody else a little bit shy of these shots. Saw torzsi hit through the corner of the wall, the spam from heaven. I think Jimmy, out of everybody, his aim has probably looked the shakiest in certain situations, going for these sprays. MOUZ have been humbled with the finances. First time they're really having to feel this in map number 1 of the series. I said the pressure conversation, I wouldn't put that on Spirit for the reason that the game is looking as it is. But for MOUZ, if this does slip and start to be a bit of a comeback, then yeah, definitely that could be the chit-chat. Brollan over his head.
They've run past him. He's now slipping in towards lobby where Shiro is completely unprepared, but he missed the headshot, still gets the kill.
That's the bomb.
Awkward, recovered by Chopper, gets away. USB from Jimmy does betray. Top side is theirs. Trading places. Both low. Hail Mary wallbang from Brollan does not connect. Post plant set up. Feels unlosable.
Swede already backing off for the save towards T-Spawn. Should we going to hang around to look for a little bit more damage, maybe of a better upgrade, just make sure that the T-side economy isn't being built too much. And there was a moment of chaos there. As Brollan dips into lobby, players come screaming out of heaven. Just unable to hit the shots with those pistols. Spirit will make it a 7th.
That's what Shui was waiting for. Donk is very aware of the possibility. And nothing.
Cheeky. Something down to the bomb. So yeah, it's not a complete waste from Shui there, but 1 AK saved. We'll be able to get a buy going. Question about a drop across to torzsi if they want to operate with that AWP. has been facilitated with that. So this is going to be the first tactical timeout called from Cyclone. The first moment where things are starting to heat up, starting to get a bit hot under the collar, the sweat on the brow. And this is the defense of their map choice. This is where you would assume that they should just be able to shut down shop. Now it was team contributions, it was good macro work, forcing rotations, really just handling business in that first half of play. But now the individuals need to rock up with multi-kills. Right? Yeah. They need to hit that first shot on the way in on the entry. Shiro's searching, or Donk as well. You can't be giving over free kills. Chance to settle and center themselves. torzsi will have a defuse kit for this, so if we find ourselves in a post plant, give them something to work with, cutting that time in half. Everybody else with the rifles in hand, and Brollan getting to hold on to that saved AK-47. So 1 more round, 5 more kills. MOUZ will secure overtime. Starting yard.
Oh, and an opening provided.
It's another Donk opening death. I think he's 0 and 7 in that department now.
0 and 7, that's rough.
Oh, sorry, 1 and 7. He's got one.
He did get his one. He did get one out of the hut. torzsi's still on the warpath. He's actually actively searching despite the man advantage, and it's punished. A massive headshot. Chopper levels us back into the 4v4. An early rotation from Exertion to acknowledge the potential slip down secret.
And now this can go wrong. Number advantage no longer.
He's just playing for the info.
He's worried about Vent too.
Oh, wow, gets caught out. Timing as he was moving forward, still manages to hit crouch, hit the body shots onto Magix, down the vent, another drops. And that was, Zontic's tested.
Vent to top, that's your door player.
That's the play, that's the call. Chewy. It's in, gets them both! Again, double from the CT vent. Chewy down, Chopper to come up clutch. This would be a magical clutch from Chopper. He's got the time to work with. And a good idea as to where they were, but committed to it. Oh, can't get his hands off the bomb. A sticky bomb. 12th is found off the back of torzsi's opening.
And nice work there from Chewy with the double necessary, right? They know that they take down Brollan. He's the door player. It was a crazy rotation from him in the first place, trying to back up Exertion. Looked like he was worried about the vent for some reason. This one right here is kind of exactly what I was talking about, finding the opening, but then trying to make sure you don't hemorrhage too much. torzsi giving one back. It does make this round interesting. But a double from Chewy, both headshots, beautiful work, and all Chopper can do is sit and watch as Exertion comes up that ladder and takes the 12th round.
Chopper's planting there. I assume he's just gambling that he's going secret or he's going slow.
It's also crazy to be coming up the vent when your rotator is still on his way.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, potentially offering up a 1v1 in that environment.
Yeah.
So money for the Spirit buy. Khalil for Magix, full util. TT is making sure torzsi's AWP. And now 2 AK-47s for good luck. Well, it has been a very convincing map from MOUZ. Sure, a couple rounds back to inspire a little bit of confidence in Spirit's individuals. But really, it's been Shiro, the one-man army this time round.
Oh, he loves this. This is the torzsi special. Once or twice a half. Gets given the green light to go aggressive, and it's not worked out for him. Avoids the spam, gets away with his life. Low HP and an AWP, not always a condemnation of a quiet round for him. Could still pop off late. What is going on? Chewy's got the smoke vision. Donk can't catch a break. Chewy catches him this time.
What a rough half. What a rough map of Counter-Strike for Donk.
Haven't seen one of these. Consistently strong ratings in his pursuit of this run at the major. It's MOUZ that hand him a rough one. A rough go of things. Audible on the descent. Brollan spams away with that A4. And Chopper just walks to it like a moth to the flame. He's looking for him, wants to try and catch him on the fade. Just on the edge of that smoke, starts to spam, traces, exposes position. Brollan dancing with him. Who takes this kill? It's massive from Brollan. Out of bullets, under pressure, needs help from the heavens. And it's Exertion that provides. A small glimmer of hope perhaps for Spirit. It's Shiro, and he can't get it done. It's 13-7, their map pick.
Absolute clinic from MOUZ on their map choice. That is a T-half to be proud of. You go outside for the chat before Ancient, and you can reflect on the team game that is MOUZ. This young...
I think we're gonna have to go the full distance. This is.
I would love to see it. I just don't see it happening.
You picked this map for a reason. It's because you can actually activate your star player. Donk was in the hurt locker on the last one. Ancient, that's gonna be his playground.
And it's time. Donk's playground is all open to him. Let's see what he's going to put up.
Let's find out together, Chad. Ancient could very well be enough to seal the deal and secure a grand final for MOUZ.
Actually, one question here, isn't there?
What's that?
Have they been able to activate Donk in the break between maps? Sure, I agree with the sentiment. This map play more to his liking. He's going to be able to dictate the flow, but is he rattled? Is he shook? He's 17 years of age, at his second major, alongside a Zontix. I don't think that they played the type of Counter-Strike that allowed them to be enabled in the previous. Exertion smoked off red, peppers through. Heading through their own smoke, but silently.
This is very vogue right now. Flash will enable a bit more pressure to be relieved. Smoke to block as well, so that is going to force a pivot. Taking donut control. Jimmy spots out one on the cross, and no one connecting just yet. A late main arrival will be important. Jimmy's going to be exposed to that. Great flashbang forces him away. Headshots being hit at range with the Glock. Jimmy limping. Shui advancing. My goodness, they did have another flashbang put to great use. 2 players gooshed for MOUZ on this attempted retake. Hit on exertion. Oh, a Donk destroys to start. A nice quick double. Brollan's dual Berettas. Got a lot of work to do if he wants to get back into this one, and the shots aren't hitting. He's running light on ammo, and one tap is all exertion leaves with.
Now, you said great flash. That initial flash was a team flash. Jimmy was forced off of the line by a team flash coming in from CT spawn. The second one, pretty damn good that enabled the double, but I still think this is showing some shaky moments for Jimmy. He didn't have to do an awful lot in map number 1, but times that we were on board with him, his duels were not the cleanest, and I know this is just the pistol round, but I want to stay on board with him and see if they try and target him and how his fights go. Because a big Jimmy moment hasn't happened just yet in this series. Again, qualifier, just in case. Hasn't been needed at this point, but I want to see him step up. Now, we've kicked off map number 2 the same way we did map number 1 with a pistol round victory for Team Spirit, and now a force bite for MOUZ.
Jimmy often touted as one of the very best in his role at such a young age.
It's a tough role. It's a stressful role. It's one that you're under pressure from multiple fronts, and that's where you need to keep your cool to convert those kills. Taking space now over towards A. The bomb is here, but doesn't have to commit. There's ways back. Magic's B lane. So if they don't like what they see, Spirit, you've got plenty of time to call this one off.
Starting to advance. Layers of util. Flashbangs, Molotov, smokes are good. Side is theirs, but they're not holding the smoke push. Shui disrupts with one. Chopper puts him down, bomb planted. Exertion tries to catch that moment when no one was holding the temple push. Chopper attends to it just in time. Important double kill from Chopper. To our second round. No one's looking at Brollan. A chance presents itself, and oh my goodness, Donk susceptible now to the Jimmy. Desert Eagle, 1 versus 2, demanded of Magix, and he's already taken a big leap in that direction, removing torzsi. Jimmy, we discussed. Jimmy, goes down to Magix. The ball's on him to go for a 10-second stick in an arena of 10,000 people.
Exactly, it's the circumstance of this environment. There's absolutely no way in the world you were getting away with that, and that's something that you learn with reps. For Jimmy, doesn't have a lot. This is his first year in the spotlight, and having to learn that one the hard way. For him, that's very frustrating. If that was a traditional scenario, he could have played that round however he liked. And he knew that time was always going to be the pressure. But this is still sketchy for Spirit, isn't it? Players not looking, all these prongs of MOUZ being able to stab them from multiple directions, coming down to just one man staying alive. Magic's with an important clutch. So 2 rounds. They did not falter with the force bite this time round.
Donk just going to be on the warpath here. They described it as his playground on the desk. It's actually not looking too good. Jimmy comes and knocks him off the swing.
And the supporting cast that just discussed, Magix and Chopper, Shiro, the 3 of them have much more experience than the other 2. If they can get a round or 2 that we can attribute to their names, especially rounds like this, ones that are just against the pistols. Donk goes down without a kill. Look, not a great look for his stat line, but it doesn't really matter in the context of the round as long as the rest of the team can bring this one home, and Shiro through the smoke will make sure of that. Playing with some confidence, and understandably so after Nuke. He was present.
Yeah, top of the scoreboard, top of the table, top of the server. Shiro definitely just missing a couple of extra voices in that conversation versus MOUZ, and as you described, a masterclass from MOUZ to start us off in semi-final.
And now that we flick over, this map is a whole lot more brawly than a Nuke. The desk were highlighting that a lot of the deaths for Donk, he wasn't even looking in the right direction. That's just because of the macro and, well, sheer amount of flashes in some of those rounds that were being used. Now, Spirit are the ones who get to dictate. They start on the T side, and this is much better for Donk to be looking for swings, staying active. On the CT side, without the full guns, without the full utility, was never really set up for success. But right now, he needs to return to the form that he has been all tournament long. They need their monster if they want to go all the way to the grand final, do Spirit. Right now, it's a Dragon not breathing fire. First gun round, MOUZ bring out the torzsi AWP, and Team Spirit looking to condition A quite early.
Donk is being tested. Exertion versus Donk is the head-to-head. Jimmy does remove Chopper with a smoke spam from that cubby. Good opening. A-site is lost. Jimmy returns to Donut with 6 bullets in his mag. Jump spot, missed shot. torzsi late to react. Given a second opportunity by Magix. Oh, the break of the smoke. Some damage inflicted. Donk mantles up. Man advantage for MOUZ on the retake.
No
Bomb
kid for this.
Ticking. 10-second defuse. You are going to have to get a bit of a wriggle on. Zontic goes looking for answers, exposes his back, does go down. torzsi's orb hits the shot. Jimmy Tua gets a second. Shiro, just the Mac 10 is all he needs. 2 down, breakdown, shut down.
Flexing on him. That's what you want to see. Donk and Shiro both hitting shots. The Angels come out. MOUZ under that time pressure, just getting obliterated. And over towards middle, that spam through the smoke to give the opener on to Chopper. He had the bomb, so if Donk didn't get away in that scenario, bomb would have been down in the smoke. He picks that up, he rotates A, they get into the site, it gets planted. And they get themselves up to a beautiful 4-0 start already. More of an action-packed flavor. Partial investment for MOUZ. Pistols are plenty. Dealer's choice. And light utility to block as Chopper takes some space over towards Cave with that Mac 10 in hand. There's one of those pieces of block utility, so he'll just have to respect that as nice harass work there from Magix over towards B.
I like that nade.
Spots one long side, so helping piece this B defense together, and are going to boost the AWP up on the box, or give it a chance for a pick, as Chewy, he wanted some information.
Well, he got some. Chopper's Mac 10's in Cave, by the way. Smoke short, you can get ahead of that if you're brave, but electing to just let the Mac 10 lead. torzsi does manage to shut down that Chopper.
Here he is.
Draws the crosshair. Donk is on. Donk is here.
As we caught them walking back for the timeout between maps, Hallie and Donk. Hallie has his arm over him, talking to him. Solo as they're walking up the stairs to take their spot on the stage. And this is the thing, an off map for Donk. That's the enigma.
Yeah, that's the rarity.
Now, this is what we expect. Now, obviously, he's farming Tamikos. We all love some of those. You can't blame him. Someone's going to do it. And if it means that you're going to get the confidence back in the kid, then yeah, give him every single one of them. This is a 5-0 start, and I touched on this during Nuke. I said, oh, look, we might just get 2 back-to-back blowouts, games that are calm and easy for these teams to build in and really show their strengths. And then we get to Mirage. That could offer up a true brawl. And sure, not the most fun to have to wade through the swamp of Ancient. But it is great to see Spirit finding better form immediately. The same conversation for MOUZ. Are they able to try and get this one done in 2? Are they able to find themselves 5 rounds in the hole? Second rifle round to be invested upon, and Cyclone wants to have a word to his team before they get this one started. AWP for torzsi again. The rifles are in the mix. Should be more than enough util. Now in the previous, they hit A. They did some mid-utility. They dropped that lurk smoke out mid to extinguish the incendiary. They did a red smoke. They actually had players playing in middle who might be able to collapse upon if they didn't get the resistance they were looking for. They met it. They walked into A. torzsi missed some AWP shots. They get the bomb down. They win the post plant. Yeah. Well, now there are defuse kits. So do you just want to operate the rifle around the same way? You don't necessarily have to plug that A gap, right? Because if you're Spirit, now you might be looking to hedge more over towards middle, more over towards B, apply a bit more pressure on the other side of the map. What are the mind games?
Extended dialogue between Shiro and Chopper there. I wonder if Shiro's calling his shot as well. Instant elbow, thrown elbow, torzsi. Donk is once again dispatched towards middle. We'll try and edge through. Take a fight with a flashback. It's very suppressing. torzsi sets up Jimmy for a strong opening, removing Donk empty-handed into the second gun.
They had the layering of flashes there, but just so blind. was Donk. Jimmy gets the better of him for that exchange. Now you have no space. They smoke B doors. Not aware that Magix hasn't pushed forward into pocket or B lane whatsoever. So that full press doesn't give MOUZ all the information that they're looking for. And they are worried about the potential slip in towards A. torzsi holds the line as Jimmy comes back over to now take his territory. MOUZ breaching the defenses. Spirit are looking to do the same on the attack. Now this is where you need Shiro to be able to hit an AWP shot, and he might be able to find a head-to-head against torzsi in Donut.
Enough time has passed that MOUZ have slipped and set themselves up into this angle, into this setup. A boost to clear red room. Drop of the mantle for that, and ooh, he's got one coming. Free frag onto Exertion, looking for answers mid. Now torzsi that will spring into action. Throws out an incendiary. Shiro posted on the fight, forced in. Whoa, torzsi! Miraculous third! So much pressure in his face, goes down to the flames from the grave. Zontix takes him, but still, torzsi wins that round.
A bit of a statement there from torzsi. He's one of these MOUZ members that can show he does big work in the big games.
Whoa, that second shot onto
I don't know
Shiro.
what he saw there. For us, it was bloody difficult to see anything over those flames, so great work from torzsi. And just Magic's left in a 1v3 situation and really no hope.
No time, no bomb.
Has to make sure he doesn't go down after time. That's his biggest concern, and Shui could investigate this. Looks like he's waltzing away. 2-1, given over now, and well, do you want to hunt him? Can't leave Temple. Would offer up himself to Jimmy and the AWP, and there's MOUZ with their first. A well-fought-for round. Jimmy with the opener, torzsi with the triple, and that was after Shiro found a cheeky one with the boost.
That applause is exclusively for torzsi. Bit of a showstopper to get MOUZ on the board on Spirit's pick.
We don't need consecutives here, otherwise the CT finances are going to find themselves in an awful lot of trouble. Red smoke out, standard opener. Cave smoke in the air as well, but this time not going to send Donk through, at least not in the early stages. Same mid defense from Exertion and Jimmy. Pressure towards A. This is just to draw the rotation. Take a look at the bomb. They're going to slink through middle as they draw the players back. They've already conditioned A. Oh, Shui!
That's a good find. Catches one. Chopper, though, removing Jimmy is a valuable asset to Spirit's finish. Parks himself on that big box. Uncertainty grows for MOUZ. What's going on? torzsi gets spotted by that jump spot. Shiro, another head-to-head available here. 2 in main, says torzsi. Falls away from the angle, doesn't want to give Shiro that fight. Brollan slips into the side behind the default box.
Everyone's here for MOUZ.
It's about who takes fights first. It's Exertion. Headshot onto Chopper. Zontix searching B. Are they going to try and pivot? This is going to be really hard and labored.
It is possible, right? There is the long rotation allowed, but at that point the smokes will start to fade over towards A, and MOUZ will be questioning this.
They already are.
Kind of have to cut them off at the pass. You're going to have to jump up heaven and deal with them coming through the B doors. It's all going to come down to the timing. MOUZ are worried about the slip everywhere. The race is on.
Okay, this is actually looking like a bit of a clean path unless he gets up the boxes now. Exertion does mantle up. Spotted. Not quite. The AWP was holding for the cross. They get across. Safe passage. Certainty. Molotov reveals their position. Exertion going to be coming in from cave side. Joined by his teammate. torzsi late from that speedway. Exertion's already found one. Needs another onto Shiro. Brollan tries to trade, spots out Exertion. Good find from Shiro on the AK-47. Brollan trades. torzsi spots out the shoulder of Zontix. He needs to take it now. Missed his chance. Leg shot, 25, and there's a Molotov for the bomb. Brollan trying to stick it in the smoke. Brollan is sticking it in the smoke. I can't quite believe I'm saying it. Steals the round from under their noses. And that will be a frustrating way to find a second round for your opponent. Oh dear, and it's all about the angle he elects to take the defuse from.
Yeah, it looked like that Magic didn't have a good understanding of where the bomb was planted there, so spamming away the Glock, then uh-oh, there's somebody short. I can't just deal with this. Zontix, where are you? Who was the man who enabled that B-bomb site play? That lurk was masterful. It gave them a way back into that round because they were shut down. They got out towards A with Chopper Shaw. The mid was caught by Shui. So that's how this all unraveled. Team Spirit, they were trying to pull MOUZ. They did, but Shui's the one that stalled this out and made it a bit of a crazy scenario. And then late for it to come down to that. MOUZ, robbery. Yeah, the best word to use for it for sure. I felt dire. Felt absolutely dire.
Yeah, that is really cheeky. Oh, just a couple of tests for Spirit. They've still got the guns out.
And they still have 5 to their name. Just about not giving over all this momentum. It's just frustrations that you're going to feel. Big nade onto Chopper, standard B-lane harassment as both teams jostling for this control.
Chewy to contest. Maintains heaven. Looking for a brawl is Brollan. Chopper's ready. Perfectly read of the situation. Best the rifle searching down the ramp just with the MAC-10. It's a dream start for Team Spirit into round 8.
Well, now the question is, how do MOUZ respond? Do they group up, try an aggressive maneuver as a pack? How do they split the defense? Xertion now parking himself up towards red, and, well, torzsi's searching.
Yeah, he's re-clearing. Knows where Chopper was. Doesn't want to force the issue. Meet the same fate as Brollan. Still very hard shadow advantage available here for torzsi. Pressure applied, Magix and Donk working cave. Good boost. Down he's made. Can't track, the flick doesn't connect. He goes in for another. Greedy, gets one. The site is lost unless Xertion can catch them all. Goes down to Magix on the break. Spirit, 6. Jimmy just trying to survive here, fighting tooth and nail. Does take down Donk and look to save towards a main.
Yeah, Chopper has that NWP to give over to Shiro in the next on that low HP, so he's not going to be the one hunting for this. But well done. It went from nothing to everything in the face of MOUZ right there. Very explosive, and torzsi knows how much pressure he's under. There's players coming through cave as well as lane. He had to stand and fight, try and be a little bit more staunch in that scenario. Sure, he got one, but you needed to hit the first, then the second. And at that moment, you had Jimmy clearing donuts. The info was freeing Xertion to be back over, who felt like he was there in time, just not able to fight forward with his team. There you go. Spirit, after those frustrations, are able to convert their 6th round, break the streak of 2. Jimmy saves, he can drop. torzsi can buy. The same for Xertion, so it should be fine for another rifle round with maybe one SMG in the mix. Very good work here for Team Spirit.
Yeah, Brollan went looking for answers and he got way more than he bargained for.
Especially with Shui going through heaven, right, and calling mid relatively clear, so maybe, just maybe, they were worried about them trying to pressure this A-bomb side again, but 3 players starting through middle for MOUZ.
Okay. York goes searching for Donk. Could be the head-to-head. Shiro's ready to post. Donk deleted. Missed shot from Shiro. Mission accomplished. torzsi's AWP has removed Donk. The dream start to a CT round on Ancient. Man advantage, mid control.
Pressure to be applied on towards Jimmy. His closest point of rotation is going to be torzsi. It looks like they're going to go contact. There'll be no donut smoke available.
Yeah, so this is going to be a good test for Jimmy. You were asking questions of him.
He flashed off this line.
Boost first.
Multiple elevations to deal with now.
Yeah, he's going to have a tough time if he doesn't get the first one cleanly. Support available. torzsi is in that donut. Will turn his attention upon the call. Goal, distraction, Magix.
They're rotating.
Jimmy to start moving. They're moving loudly. Double swing, multiple elevations. And it's just torzsi trying to fight for the site. Forced away on the shot. Now Magix is closing in on him from behind. A huge round out of Magix. Frags on every front. Forced that reaction out of MOUZ. Forced to save is Brollan.
We're going to look right now. Spotted one over towards main and has a kit and a smoke.
They've got 2 AWPs as well. This could get awkward. Catch this right timing. If you isolate Zontic, you take them out, get it cleanly. Now you throw a smoke on the bomb and you start getting them nervous. It can't happen again, can it? Shiro makes sure it's not happening.
Tough from Brollan there. He knew one player had dipped in towards main.
And with 2 AWPs, bro, honestly.
That's the thing. If he knew that it was double AWPs in that situation, he would have just waited for the smoke and gone for the defuse. Yeah. Brollan didn't have all that information to make the necessary decision. The calculation's a little bit off, but you highlighted Magic's and you have to. We were fortunate enough to catch that kill and then the exact ramifications from it. A noisy torzsi, Jimmy thinking, oh, I don't really want to move, but if you are, I guess we are. And at that point, he gets isolated, so you feel bad for Jimmy in that situation. As Chopper lets out a roar, Donk's found himself, who is still struggling in opening duels, old Donk. 1 in 4 in that department on this map as well, but he is finding impact. That was earlier on, and sure, a couple of ecos to his name, but he's not as quiet as he once was.
Wasn't expecting Shui. It's a real golden opportunity wasted there. Hard shots to hit. But a sign of just how comfortable Magic's has been with these solo lane takes.
Handling it as well, so not just hiding now that he's down on low HP, just a pistol bullet or two, and he could have been done and dusted. Torzsi smoked off, and right now, Spirit looking to pivot. They had a lot of room over towards middle, but heading back towards A main. MOUZ might have to gamble in this situation. Just, they're working with nothing.
Exertion has a smoke. If they exec this, he can block.
Util's in the sky.
This would be a really good time to throw it out. Does so. What does the reaction? Donk goes ahead of it. If he goes down, they're blocked. Okay, first step to glory for MOUZ. Break of the smoke, no commit.
If you don't rotate immediately, you're kind of committed towards this side, and they're not. Magic's is just watching the mid lane. They're dropping back now 40 seconds, but this becomes very treacherous. If you rotate all the way back, you have to worry about, are they in cave? Are they in B lane? Are they tucked in towards middle? Donut, I feel you're committed towards A right now, Spirit. You have to go A, and by cutting noise, it's forced MOUZ to start to rotate out of the site.
AK-47 finds its way into Xertion's hands. Donk's weapon. Sweeten the deal. Oh my God! 5-3 with just the sidearm. Shiro trying to save him. An ace demanded of him. An ace clutch for no time. Just has to survive. Getting headshots, but goes down to Brollan. The 5-7s fill the feed, and Jimmy tested leaves with 4.
Damn, massive round from Jimmy. Yeah, that smoke that you highlighted was the absolute key to that. The fact that Donk's gone on his own in that situation. He didn't have the follow through of the rest of his team. They were too far behind. They were isolated, and he made that choice on his own. He left his team in a very tough situation. There was no way back. But Jimmy, that's his big moment. That's his first spotlight moment, and that's going to put a smile on the Finn's face. You don't see those too often.
That's like 5-7 spray control. I mean, like the third. He's just kept spamming. It finds the head. Nuts.
Now, a big moment, and definitely one to get excited about, but MOUZ, that's only their 3rd round, and the ones that they've won have been touch and go, or that magic moment right there. So the question is, have they done enough to break the mental of Team Spirit? Well, they've definitely done enough to break the finances of Team Spirit. This round is going to be an AK for Donk, a Galil, Mac-10, Tech-9s, light util, so options of how they're going to be able to operate are limited. You can't really mid-round. I feel like they're going to have to take some territory and be a little bit more explosive or set Donk up for a pick. And again, he's been struggling with the opening duels.
Not stopping him from trying though, Chad. Behind the smoke, takes a fight down, goes Exertion. There's another for Donk. The pre-fire spray finds the head of Jimmy, and just like that, MOUZ send 2 back to spawn at the hands of Donk.
He set up for that, given the big gun, sent out middle, and able to convert those kills.
Oh, Zontic's can be set for success here. Chewy aware of the possibility upon the fate of the smoke. Zontic just crouching, hoping for an overextension from the captain of MOUZ, and wins the head-to-head, does Chewy.
He's the cave player traditionally. Head over towards B. You can put some pressure on.
Playing retake here at the back of the site. Just Brollan. Maybe he can catch one on the cross. Investigates the options. Donk plays it safe on cave side. Bomb to be planted. Chewy tries his hand at the spam. Magic's down, traded, and round seems sealed. torzsi so disconnected from the action. Will just preserve what he has, and does that kind of wipe the slate clean of the 5-7 success?
Exactly. And this is 8 rounds on the T side, so they've done exactly what MOUZ were able to do on their map choice. In the type of rounds, it's like they're having to really claw these together, our MOUZ. So for Spirit, yeah, we lost some frustrating ones. They defused right in front of our face. Sure, it was in a smoke. Oh, the 5-7s, they stunted us out, but we have 8 rounds T side, Ancient. If we want to try and build a case for MOUZ, they started this map against MongolZ. They were down 9-3 in the hole, and they were able to bring things back, winning in overtime on this very stage just a couple of days ago. Team Spirit are a different beast in that regard. MongolZ showing fine form throughout the elimination stage, but so did Vitality, and where are they now? Now, when you find teams in MR12, go a 9-3, 10-2 type of half scoreline, and then you go into the second half and you lose the pistol, then you're essentially just force buying the game out. You saw it happen with a lot of FaZe's failures in recent times. It's the scoreline, if I see them, I'm like, I don't think they're coming back from this, because their force buys, at least in the last couple of months, have not really been bailing them out as they once would. So this feels like a necessity for MOUZ to convert this fourth. Otherwise, unfortunately, the story will read, both teams dominant on their map choice. Can Mirage offer fireworks? Have been able to facilitate the AWP. Brollan with the MP9. Famous for Jimmy. M4's will be the variety for the other two. Kits in play, so they have what they need to fight MOUZ.
Start their 3 mid again. Donk is the problem. Certainly was in the last round. Now Exertion wants to punish him. He's just been spamming away. Plenty of bullets for the double kill again. Back-to-back double from Donk. Mid control a problem. And B looks like it could be lost as easy as that. Magic's patience rewarded. Catches Brollan. Donk just driving by. Spamming his bullets. Pulls the crosshairs. And Shiro trades.
At 14 and 9. I was just discussing he was 1 and 5, and now he's 3 and 5 in opening duels. So had some good moments. Some good moments indeed as torzsi left in a 1-on-4.
You can see the MOUZ have had the conversation. Boys, we have to just stop that from happening.
It doesn't help when you miss your elbow smoke.
Good point. Astute point, sir.
Well, this is more like it. This is the type of spirit we wanted to see. Now, is it a positive sign to show that both teams were well prepared on their map choice? Yes. And now that we're seeing both teams showing some good individual moments, I think Magic's has been a bit of a difference maker in a few of those rounds. That one that forced them to rotate away from Donut and the A site. So there have been some contributions, and it's not just Donk and Shiro. It is more than that at the moment for Team Spirit here on Ancient.
And the way that they played their T side, it only works if Magic's can consistently do that on his own towards B. Like he was consistently kind of puffing up his chest, acting like he was more bigger than he was.
He didn't really have a lot of support in a lot of those moments. It was quite mid and A-centric for the majority of this. So a really well-constructed T-half, and now we flick on over Spirit's defense. Pissed around so far. It's 2-1 in that department. See if we can split it up 2-2. If MOUZ can convert their T-side pistol. But yeah, Donk, he was spamming, I think, blind or pre-firing initially.
But it was like he had less than...
I think I didn't see exactly 7 or 8, and then was still able to convert those 2 kills. So impressive from Donk. But that's what we're used to. That's the problem. We get excited by this kid, but you've got to deliver.
See if he can keep going.
Oh, taking a brawl. Look at this. This is confident Counter-Strike. Straight through middle and wanting to take biffs with the USPs. It's a B-execute set up. Nobody home. Coming down to timing.
Oh, yeah, they're still waiting for this.
Hello.
Looking. Donk, a chance. Goes awry. Zontix is the one to hit the headshot into B. Bomb will be going down shortly. I say that. Actually, wait, he's at the doors. Still needs to get it across. Jimmy does. Chopper. The whole team retools and are going to try and break through with sheer numbers and a flashback. Oh, and Chopper gets the first as well. It's shaping up nicely. MOUZ need this pistol more than anything, and it's falling through their fingers here. Nice one back. Jimmy, multi-kill demanded of him, and he racks up a lovely multi-kill triple. Still insufficient. It's Zontix 3 that really does seal the deal. Is Mirage a certainty now? Zontix hits shots, necessary shots. And yeah, confident approach, straight through mid, regroup, charge through. Chopper hitting an important one to start.
Yeah, caught them with the pants around the ankles as well. That execute was being set up and thrown through, and they just weren't looking whatsoever. That was the bomb loose. It is fortunate they got that down, but that is the headline of that round for MOUZ. The fact that Jimmy gets 3 kills with the plant means he can go AK head armor. So right now, you are able to get yourself a decent purchase to fight for your life, but you have to win the conversion. There's no doubt about it.
Stark contrast in the demeanor of Team Spirit after that one. Okay, we're going for a double incendiary run boost defense. Donk extinguishes to try and take this fight early, and he is going to take a brawl and take a bullet. Brollan puts him down.
They know that's the mid holder, or at least one of them. Can't really incite you to try and bear down on this B site. You want to play out the mid round now, and even though you don't have a lot of utility to do so, it's the better of the options.
I like this. They're grouping up in a rather aggressive stance with their MP9s. Eventually, they may get answers that lane is a bit too quiet.
Yeah, the problem is Zontix towards red and Chopper towards, sorry, Shiro towards long. They don't have flashes, so you think, okay, maybe they could try an alley-oop and those MP9s can come steaming out, but they do just have to kind of sit on their haunches unless they want to push out dry. MOUZ the number advantage have rotated back around the world to Zontic's domain, who has placed a block smoke, and because they're walking, it's not the end of the world. By the time they get behind it, okay, we have to wait, 12 seconds? That's okay, we can deal with that. Zontix would have to go huge to stall this one out on his own. His rotation, oh, it's on the way. Yeah, don't you worry about that.
As that smoke fades, as it's about to, Chopper is on the scene. Zontix burrows into Donut. MP9 getting even closer towards A-Main. Needs the flashbang, forced away. Good layering of the flashes. He's completely blind, and Shui puts them both down in the dirt. Jeremy builds another. Finds the head of Shiro clean. Spirit collapse.
Well handled there from MOUZ, really. Rotating into the side that was getting more fortified, but the timing, and yeah, you highlighted the flashes perfectly.
Bloody hell, mate. You could see there's no way you can take that fight.
Well, the initial bounce forces him off the line, then behind over towards the brokey position as well. If players from Donut are attempting to swing, you're going to get blind to that. So it does mean that as you're coming out, you can worry about tree, you can worry about players towards default, and well, you can get yourself around with potentially all 5 staying alive. They are headed towards Magic's and this Famous. They've drawn the line in the sand, and they will retain these tiny little upgrades alongside of their forces. So the AK Galils, well, you get an M4 and a Famous for your troubles. Now everybody has a rifle. Thank you very much, MouZ. But we did have this cosmetic-style comeback start to manifest for Team Spirit on Nuke. You know, they started to put a decent string of rounds together. Okay, it's not looking too terrible. And then they ended up losing. So this feels like the same type of map that we have on our hands.
A tech pause has been called, as you can see a corpse littering the CT spawn.
What did Magic say? He said...
yeah, he did. It's interesting, this
rain
one.
sounds from train in-game.
I've never had that one personally. That's a unique one.
Get the devs out of their booth and on the stage. Excuse me, we need you to troubleshoot.
But I don't know, if I could get rain droplets on my gun like train, I think that was pretty
You want rain on... Well, I guess it is a bit of a... What if it just happened... Oh, no.
Well, as you're running through the water?
I was going to say, you know, that happens like every 3 or 4 rounds. You know, it doesn't happen every round.
You get a rain round?
Yeah.
Kind of like FaZe. Every 3 or 4 rounds, you do get a rain round. But that's not what we're focused on here. What we are focused on is the cosmetic comeback that you're anticipating.
This is the thing, right? You never really know it's real until it happens. So there's going to be some hurdles they need to get past. I'm sure that we will see a force bite for Spirit.
But you do recall the quarterfinal we cast with Team Spirit versus Liquid, was it not?
Yes.
And you recall...
We got close, but no cosmetic.
It was very cosmetic.
Yeah, they were dressed up nicely.
They were.
Yeah.
In fact, they won, like, what, 5 gun rounds and then lost to MP9.
That was such a tough comeback for Liquid to try and pull off, right? Round after round after round, the saves, the finances that were built, it was really tough. Yukinda was great at finding those openings out long, but then Magic says, actually, I'm going to be in your literal blind spot because you're so close to the screen. Get that kill, keep pushing long, and basically send you packing in a 2-0 fashion to secure themselves this semi-final spot. And with the way that map number 1 started, I thought that we could be in for a quick day, but it's good to see this man, this young man, 17 years of age, his second major, has been able to find his footing. All right, everyone's back in the server. Just need to get the match medic and we can kick things back off.
Yeah. These kind of tech pauses, though, that's where that Zontix quote returns, the desk discussing his idea of manifesting defeat. Crazy to acknowledge, but also, you know, some self-awareness there. Also something he's going to be looking to avoid during these 30-second, 1-minute breaks where you're not allowed to say anything. Don't start thinking, imagine if we threw away a lead like this on our map pick on a semi-final stage.
Yeah, give him about 4 or 5 more rounds, and then maybe that conversation can start being had. But this is the force. Spirit need to find something here, or they will be on eco.
Oh well, that looked like a chance. Albeit a slim one. Now Chopper, his P250 does better. Bye-bye, Brollan. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Chopper's got 10 HP to work with, and Exertion just crouching through the smoke. Happy to receive his dog. And on the dismount. Momentary inaccuracy, Jimmy punishes. It's going to be interesting to see how they finish this. Shiro has adopted an active angle, ready to catch this cross towards that heaven position. Shui considering it. Magix joins him, tucks into the corner, so a trade almost guaranteed.
I feel that you shouldn't be going cave against pistols anyway, so they know that they're up against this force, and they know that pistols were there. They're just, I hope, tending to this now.
They're letting Jimmy work. That seems to be the go. You've got 50 seconds. Chewy does overstep. Shiro happy to receive him. Gives Spirit the edge in this round. Up to torzsi and Jimmy to rectify.
If they go through cave, I can't believe it. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Double peek, shadow advantage. Shiro deleted. Good shot from Jimmy. Running into Magix though, that 5-7. He's healthy, he's ready.
He's played him.
He's perfectly positioned. Get that close range headshot. Jimmy, however, gets the info. Oh, Magix gets them both! Perfect play! AK upgrade, 11th round, stolen away.
Beautiful work there from Magix. Understood that situation perfectly. Knew both players were in cave, just behind the pillar. Sure, a moment where he gave away the arm, but then he delivers the kills. And that one right there, you got to question what Exertion's up to. I think it was great for the opening kill there for Exertion. But then this one, I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. I was going to praise him for the confidence on the first fight because he has had a tough game. That was only his 3rd kill right there, but the second one's overzealous, and he's one of those players that can get criticized from the people at home for his playoff performances. Now, I know this map is a bit of a blowout, so you don't want to single out anybody. But yeah, curious one because you felt like that should have been MOUZ getting their 5th and then potentially adding to it with the 6th. But Spirit, they put a stop to any of those hijinks. MOUZ will buy back in with what they can, and actually, it's pretty damn good. 4 AKs, a Galil. The biggest lacking points are going to be utility here, and maybe more questions about this T-side approach. We've traded rounds blow for blow in this second half. Will we again?
Chewy times that to perfection there on the break in the smoke, but is he ready for a second break? Donk is. Chewy caught out. Good play here from Spirit. Sets themselves up. Now Chopper is set up as well. Oh, they're pushing through the smoke, and Magix will trade out. Jimmy does the same. Swings in, not ready for Zontix. torzsi dead. It's another Spirit round. So well structured, so ready. There's always an extra body MOUZ are just not prepared for.
Well, this one looking to be a bigger blowout than the 13-7 victory MOUZ were able to throw to their name on map number 1. And great signs for what we do hope will be a competitive map number 3. Winner of this will be the first team locked in for the Perfect World Shanghai Major Grand Final. And it will be the first time for either of these organizations. Spirit, they haven't been at it as long as MOUZ. Been around since the dawn of Counter-Strike time. And they're just rushing A.
Yeah, here they go with the HE. They are going to disrespect the charges. The flashes are good. Forced back. Huge weapon discrepancy here, so should be comfortable for Spirit. A break from the FP9 drive by, gonna get one. Well, in between the eyes, actually, Jimmy. This Tech 9 punishes, but the nade from Shiro was perfectly placed. Not letting that corner plant go down. Oh, the contest, the utility is brilliant. Jimmy, oh, and Chewy. Push for CT control. They give up the idea of a plant, and now get caught by Magix. Impact being felt. Constant impact from Magix in our second map. Just Brollan. And they give him space. Play for the round. Magix is coming around to try and catch him on the swing. It's Magix, spin 3. A 19th frag haul. He's present. Donk back. Can't have back-to-back performances like Nuke.
Important to see the young gun turn it around after what was his 2nd worst performance in 2024. But another positive sign is Magix showing up with impact and Shiro being fantastic on Nuke maps. It was a masterclass from MOUZ on their T side of Nuke. The same to be said for Spirit once they got onto Ancient. And that was more so seeing Donk come back into some better form. As, well, it is a classic false start. Everyone's favorite type of starts.
Yeah. I mean, it was Spirit that called it immediately. Sure, he says, sup. You know, I can imagine you've just got yourself into the headspace. You're about to get going. You're telling your boys what we're about to do on this pistol. And suddenly, a little 20-second jolt of waiting around. No, we are off to the races. 3rd map of this first semi-final of the Perfect World Shanghai Major is underway. Attacking on the right side of your screen, and MOUZ defending Team Spirit. And it seems like a very clear intent straight towards the B bomb site for MOUZ. Jimmy wants to be seen. Spamming Glocks, acting like he's operating alone.
Well, speaking of alone, Magic's is. This Incendiary and HE have to stall or do nuclear damage.
See enough now, surely. Yeah, throws on the Incendiary. Window's still an option. HE could be good. Potent nade! Huge damage. Reverberates through the roster of MOUZ, but Brollan still finds his head. A second duel taken immediately. Zontic's trying to tend to the bleed instead. Goes down quick at the hands of the Finn.
It's a kit for the retake, but two-man disadvantage for Spirit.
Power position for Jimmy here. Especially if a teammate can take first friction. Likely aware of the possibility Donk's going to be maneuvering forwards with his counter-strafe signature movements. Clears his corner, nails the headshot. Donk looks good, looks sharp. Pops for the Glock and delivers another. Oh, the Donk pistol! He's done it again! Multi-kill master! 4 kills from Donk! Will it be another ace on a pistol round? A 1 versus 2, Donk wants the ace. He wants it, the crowd wants it, they're begging for it, and torzsi denies! What a start to Mirage that one is! MOUZ take the pistol despite Donk's best efforts. He gets 4, but the truth of the matter is, he needs 5. How unrealistic is that?
Just comes out swinging in a two-man disadvantage. This round should have been done and dusted. The bomb's down, it's planted, the crossfire's set up. Jimmy crouches, offers up a little bit too much leg, and then Donk into the Glock. He's just making this look like deathmatch. Body after body dropped. The kit was there. He didn't have enough ammo. You can see that one of the problems, down to just 2 bullets. torzsi bringing home another clutch on a pistol round and puts MOUZ in pole position.
He's earned himself a FAMAS. That could be influential.
No aggressive mid hijinks out the gates from Team Spirit. They are still clustered. Clamp down. Flash over to say, hey, anything's possible. In vent room, 1 cat, and 2 that were around connector. This is going to get dicey for MOUZ.
Blind spam does connect, unconfirmed damage onto Chop.
So 2 smokes, so they can negate this connector crawl. Chopper's going to want to play ahead of that.
Matches up. Spam actually is perfect from Jimmy. Good read of the aggressive Chopper. Shiro, top of the ladder.
5-7.
Yeah, it's a perfect weapon for this kind of angle. Should be at the back of the wall. Shiro's crosshair misplaced. MOUZ have taken this force by in stride so far.
No, Donk's still alive. Can he get another 4K?
Yeah, but look at his responsibilities now have gotten worse. Yeah, just as he looks away from the angle. He's concerned about a walk through that con smoke, no one else to lend a hand, and now this has just fallen into place perfectly for MOUZ to get that strong start and conversion.
Well, Magix and Zontic would just be looking to save or see if they can find anything on the way out the door. 20 seconds left on the clock now. Let's make it 40. Bomb goes down.
I like the diligence as well, smoking the bomb, ensuring nothing can go wrong.
Good understanding there from Jimmy about that tussle for informational control, right? So they're both trying to smoke for connector on either side because they want that space. Chopper has to walk through, and, well, Jimmy just spammed him with a better gun. Now torzsi to take this away, and good understanding of that angle. Zontic's failed, and now it is just Magic's last man standing. This would be the only real thing they have to boast going into the next round if he could hold on to it. Set a Kevlar and a pesky 5-7.
Not the most tantalizing of prospects is round 3 for Spirit.
Not at
Terrorists win.
5 alive, second round against the force bite, clean.
And everybody has a rifle-ish, right? Poor Xertion has to operate with that FAMAS, but it's better than, hey. I think a lot of people would probably prefer an MP9 in most situations.
It's a rifle.
Now, the only way that this round can really get stuck into by Team Spirit is Chopper trying to facilitate his teammates with these 2 investments of flashbangs. $400, around P250, and a pair of 5.7s.
Lickety split straight to B. Zontic this time is going to be the one to receive. Trying to jump for that info. Do so safely is a task into himself.
Yeah, that rally of flashes does nothing. At least it secures the information alongside of Zontic screaming, hey boys, they're knocking on the door.
And he knows he's got no way to actually take this head-on fight. He's rather to play to delay with his team. Now loses his head regardless.
Look at all the util they're dumping backside as well, being extremely diligent again. Our MOUZ, important work.
Nice position here for Shui. He's kind of called himself into a nice multi-kill position. Looks like they're going to clear him. Sound cues have been given. Chewy adjusts and is going down after one. So Galil falls into enemy hands.
How much did he see on death cam? And right now, you don't want to give away any more rifles if you're MOUZ.
You back yourself. Yeah, Exertion is going to back himself into this potential head-to-head with Donk, trying to hold on to that rifle. Handled.
Well, not going to be too many financial worries whatsoever for MOUZ.
Safe exit through the apartments. You know, nobody's home. That's been confirmed.
Well, one of the big question marks going into the first rifle round is, are they going to facilitate an AWP for torzsi immediately off the back of this round win? He could drop his gun across, he can buy his own AWP, he could drop one from Brollan, who has the most cash right now. So there is an AWP available on the board if it is going to be part of the game plan for MOUZ early. Take a look, Shiro has 5.6. He'll also be able to get the AWP out and immediately purchases that. Spirit, you can see different looks on this map. Sometimes they look very convincing, they have a great game plan, getting a lot of space, Chopper's getting control over towards middle. Other times you're questioning what the hell's going on. Right now, let's hope for the former. What a competitive third map of this series. As touched upon, only member in the server who's been in a major grand final is Shui, and this is only his 4th major. He could, 2 out of 4 ain't bad. A trophy's pretty damn good too.
More and more realistic for it, that he'll have a chance if they can keep this up. Chewy edges the smoke, trying to catch this reaggress. Flash watered away. Break of the smoke. Donk hungry for blood, hungry for damage. Instead, gets bullets. Straight through the smoke, puts him low. Chopper even more so. Still not shy. This is a real focal point for Spirit, a real focus on maintaining con control. Re-smoke window. Xertion's boosted up, so can do a late arrival through. Chewy's safe. torzsi got the bomb on his back. This AWP.
Yeah, Chopper was in a lot of trouble there. The fact they have that vent room as well. Able to secure a safe passage out, but for how long? This is a tough position. Could even be spammed.
Yeah, Exertion's going to clear it. Finish the job. The second just walks into the crosshairs there. Zontic crouch being here now. Donk is going to activate a head-to-head. Comfortable for a second. More required, and he delivers again. Donk 3. Jimmy puts him on his ass. 2v2. High stakes, high stakes. Jimmy brought low. The Galil doesn't finish the job, though. He lives on. Shui, worse for wear as well. That Shiro AWP. Vested. Yet to frag, yet to pull the trigger. About to be revealed. Not ready for it was Shui. Jimmy. A clutch with this HP seems like a ridiculous ask. Should just be a formality here for Spirit, given the time on their side. And this shot from Zero, Jimmy gives it a go, tickles the bomb. Shiro puts his name in the feed for the first time in our 3rd map.
Now that's a 3v5. That is just Donk doing what Donk does best, pivoting around, picking up a full mag because Chopper didn't shoot a bloody bullet.
Thanks.
Scoops that up, grabs a 3rd kill and makes that more than possible. We were talking about the Donk show. If everybody had their tickets, I think we all rocked up a little bit early.
Yeah, it was postponed.
He's definitely here and delivering. Massive work from him, and yeah, Shui piecing this one together a little bit lazily, just runs to the open with the AWP, a free shot for Shiro, and he even gets the second. Still can buy for MOUZ. They kept those initial rounds pretty damn clean. Back in play for the mid control. Shui once more.
Aggression, Shui. Straight into short. Donk provides support.
He saved him. They were blind on Cap.
Bails out his teammates. Strong opening kill. Opening contribution. A team kill for Jimmy. Trying to find Chopper. Does so eventually, but the damage is done. Thrust into an already rough situation. 2v4. He's surrounded. He's going to be cleared. They're coming for you. Up and over. Clean. Magix brings down Xertion. It is only Jimmy, without a hope in the world, finds himself in the palace. But the Prince is up top mid with the bomb.
Oof. All right, well, not sure if they glanced in there. Maybe they didn't catch it on the jiggles, but both Magix and Shiro just playing for info. In the situation, you don't want to stay committed to any duels. You want the info freely so that you can set yourself up to close the round down. Jimmy just hanging around. This could just be an extended save, so we'll see if he does get offered anything at a moment here. See just these jiggles just back and forth, just waiting until he steps on in from on the other side of the server as well as his. But this is going to be 2 consecutive rounds now for Spirit. And the money has been humbled. So job done, and great fashion. You saw them just piling their way up catwalk there. Donk over the top of the smoke, able to deal with them because they were running into 2 players who looked like they had the hand over the eyes. Obviously, we know that there's been some updates in recent times. Players looking a bit more flash than they actually are. And a very long, lengthy save for Jimmy and the team to discuss what's going to come next.
Counter-terrorists win.
Just want to try and enable the, yeah, okay, well, the AWP being highlighted here. You won't be getting one of those in the next round of play, I'll tell you that much, torzsi.
Yeah, and Spirit are now very well equipped to go on a slew of rounds. AK-47s for their hard hitters. Magic's given one as well.
Would love to see Shiro just upgrade in towards the head armor, but I guess, hey, unless he tussles with one of these pistols, actually, MOUZ are going to shove all in. Bought into Tech 9. Shui's the only one who's kept over residual cash. Everybody else is full invested. Jimmy needs to find them a way into this round.
Shui actually went back to spawn to make sure he
too busy talking, calling.
Kept in line. Okay, so you're smoked off. Brollan will line up a smoke, or rather a Molotov. You can throw through the smoke. Players are going to try and work up ramp. Jimmy is going to be the hard hitter here. That save, was it worth it? Can he justify it with some impact into this one? The answer is up for debate because Jimmy removes Doc, and now Brollan's into the site. MOUZ can swarm. Bomb can be planted. Shiro with that AWP limited. And a chance for Zontix to do something. He does just get one. torzsi, Tech 9. Drive by. Molly forces the AWP back. CT now occupied by Magix. What can he get done? torzsi gets away, gets the info. Magix and Shiro trying to make this a 3-peat. Has already taken a leap in that direction. Magic's not looking. Messy spray. Shui stabilizes. And now up in the head-to-head against Shiro, who's swinging in. Takes the fight. Rot the clock. Rot the clock. Shiro's gone to just the pistol. Picks up the kick. Oh, doing! Moving accuracy. Finds the headshot as he crosses CT. Naughty round for MOUZ.
Yeah, it looked like he had fumbled there, didn't he? He was so sketchy on taking those jewels. He knows that all he needs is just to give a moment to Shiro to hit that shot and it would all fall apart. What felt like it would have been all tied up. First kill to Donk, but then it's the trade work. Jimmy onto Donk, the Brollan Tech 9 coming out of Palace. torzsi surging forward, constricted in the rotation in. Magix makes it a 1-on-2, and now it's Shui's turn for a clutch. It's one on the pistol, and now one on a force fire behind the saved AK-47 in MOUZ's column. And that one feels nice for the in-game leader.
It's a high-impact clutch. He's forced a timeout of his adversary as well.
Yeah, they're still touch and go, though, with the finances, aren't they, MOUZ? Galil's light on with utility as well. Trying to really pull as much as they can into this, but unfortunately going to be lacking some key flashes. Shiro's AWP back in play. MP9 is the weakest of the bunch in the hands of Magix, but he's anchoring over towards B, so not going to necessarily be the end of the world. As long as he has that defensive utility of the smoke and incendiary to help stall it out, it'll be all good. But we're starting to get this one, I think it's a bit more of a tussle. Now, MOUZ, in their 2 previous gun rounds, were very mid-centric. In that one, it was Poppy, it was towards A. So let's see if they operate with something a bit more direct to a site. Looks to be the case with the bomb on the back of Jimmy and torzsi, the point man.
Shiro does not connect. torzsi slips through. Chopper trying to react, gets down the ladder in time, back to turn. Shiro hits it. Good wall bang, the nade should finish it. Chopper catches that. Brollan down. Donk delivers. Pressure applied. Exertion onto Donk, at least keeps him silent, keeps him humble after one. Shiro maintains the advantage. Quick parkour from Exertion, and now Shui in the smoke. Shiro's looking for him. Right next to each other, and Exertion during all of this. Oh, spots the barrel! Spots the barrel! And Shui finds him! Shiro shot down, and now Magic's unprepared for this flank. Exertion with his low HP has managed to position himself perfectly. Can Zontix deliver a clutch? Will we have another clutch, this time for Spirit? Oh, Burning, forced into the fight. Shui connects! That's a massive turnaround for MOUZ. Shiro can't quite believe it, and how's he ended up there with his USP?
Consecutive rounds in back-to-back scenarios where Shui has been able to deliver some great impact that has now broken the finances of Spirit. The in-game leader leading by example, as the old cliche goes. This one felt stalled out, but it's all about this chaos that ensues. So they're trying to deal with the player over towards A because they know that Exertion could sneak up through connector at any point. And as the crowd starts to surge, they're worried about each other. They get found, and they're not knowing in that moment that, hey, Exertion's actually gone around the world as well to give them that incision back in. So MOUZ, 5-2, likely 6-2, unless they trip over their shoelaces against these pistol upgrades. MOUZ are winning out all of these flex rounds, these momentum shifters, these pivot moments.
Difference being it's multiple individuals having their moment in the limelight.
Chopper's going to set them up for a mid-crunch. 3 players clustered here, highlighted by the Ops team, and then Shiro through the connector smoke. So when they feel that the big control's being taken like this, the flashes should come over, and here comes the fight.
Zontix does activate Magic combined as well. That's some good damage from Magic.
2
Steps
AKs.
up. Weapons to be recovered. Bomb site is lost. Jimmy punches in the code. They no time on their side. No kit available on a partial investment. Just pistols. However, Donk has a rifle. Donk has Kevlar. Can he deliver? Zontix 1. Jimmy down. This is uncomfortable. And Chopper's behind Brollan. A jump scare. torzsi in the apartment. Another clutch. Same position. He has the Molotov.
But there's a smoke.
The smoke is a problem, a huge problem. His plan has to change. It has to change. He has to hit some crazy shots. He can't. Spirit still one away. The P250 stack out short. Team effort indeed from Spirit. It's Zontix and Chopper that close it down.
That one's going to feel damn good, and it's really Magic's there that facilitates those rifles that makes it possible. So the flashes come over. As we highlighted, they step on out. They're able to get 2 big kills. AK's in the hands, but it's Brollan. He gets caught sleeping, not prepared for Chopper coming behind. The comms could have been quite hectic in that moment. How many players did they see come out cat? Brollan is drawn away to try and set up the crossfire with torzsi, and they let this one slip.
Because we saw him smoke the market went like door, right? He, through that smoke, must have assumed that that was enough for him to draw his attention towards that short push. Well, well, well. Some twists and turns on our third map.
And there it is. We're starting to get an entertaining game of Counter-Strike. Clutches are plenty. Magic's great work from him. We were highlighting his impact on Ancient. Well, he is delivering in important moments now as, yeah, Brollan right there, jump scare as torzsi. What else can you possibly do? I suppose save, but you know it was just an eco. And that one means an awful lot to Spirit. Doesn't matter how you get the rounds on the board, it's 1st to 13. And this is Spirit looking to bookend the year with Katowice to say, hey, we are here. Donk is a monster. And the major to finish off 2024, that would be beautiful. Well, this is the step necessary to put them in that grand final. MOUZ, on the other hand, an awful lot of success in China CAC last year in the grand final against FaZe. They lost. Chengdu earlier this year in the final against FaZe, they lost. But back-to-back finals in China, could this be the 3rd? They're the ones with the more broken bite.
Chewy making sure his Tech-9's working, spamming away at that smoke. Zontix in an angle to punish a bench jump up, but they're actually heading up con. They want to test Donk here, and Chewy, he's ahead of the play! Donk's not ready!
Drive-by.
First shot, first bullet connects. Good find back. Zontix spams the smoke, does punish.
Will be the A finish, everyone's here.
Well, that's important. Exertion activates, catches Zontix as he tries to close the gap. Magic's from short side, Shiro and Chopper coming in from CT. Magic's empty-handed, Chopper the nade. The nade can finish off Jimmy. Just safe, not the second.
Wait, he found Brollan?
2v2 on the stairs, just enough. Just his model hidden, perfectly positioned is torzsi. Exertion has to stay nimble. He has to be the first spawn spotted. It is planted for them both. They are playing this well. They are playing this passively, conservatively. Shiro finds a rifle to provide support. Chopper can't find him. torzsi hiding in plain sight on the staircase here in the sound cues. Reacts, can't hit the shot. Exertion can't. Oh, no! Nails it! He had one opportunity, Chad. One opportunity to hit that shot with that round as Exertion looks to play the clock.
Oh, I'd love to see that from Chopper's perspective.
I reckon it's a banger.
That right there is massive because we were discussing Exertion going missing on Ancient and how in some of these playoff games he can be worse for wear as traditional performances go. This is great from Zontix to try and stem the bleed. Yeah, Chopper went to Brollan first. Then it was the nades that got the job done. The bounce over the top. torzsi feels like he flubbed that one.
Oh, he jumped.
Why is he jumping?
He jumped. A croucher stare at the floor and you've won the round.
Oh, no.
He's trying to be evasive.
That right there from Exertion, a bit of a flubbed moment. Setting up for an A execute. You've got Chopper over towards Ticket. you're going to have the contribution of Shiro from jungle and Donk through connector.
They got the bodies here. Who draws first blood? Chopper throws out a disruptive smoke, gives him something to play around if he chooses to aggress. MOUZ take the site. Spam connects. Huge commitment of the spray from Shiro. Look at the damage. Jimmy limping.
Running through the smoke.
Brollan gonna have to clear this corner. Chopper hiding out behind it. They overlook the possibility. Need a second. Chopper holding on, holding fast. Makes this round his own. Massive work. And the round comes through. Finished off by Donk, but Chopper, he gets his flowers. A massive round, a massive delivery. In back-to-back rounds, it's Chopper that really is the difference.
And that was a conversation we just had a few rounds ago about against Shui, right? So the fact that we have both in-game leaders showing up and finding impact on this third and deciding map of the series is beautiful. Great work from him. Bomb going down again, another chaotic moment. Brollan had to flash and push through. They didn't have a second layering of utility, so they were all going to be boxed in towards the site, trying to give themselves something to work with, but now Spirit can walk away with 7 at the half. It's just going to have to be a partial investment. Pistol upgrades for MOUZ as the loss bonus going into the next is going to be that 2,900 to give them the full buy. Spirit have won a round like this. Maybe it's MOUZ's turn.
Donk doesn't seem to think so. He wants to go and take some action. A full mid setup. You want to search mid with Deegs? Be my guest.
He had a little bit of early protocol utility as part of the blocks. Magic's feeling pressure, stalls them, gets a rotation and replenishment of a smoke. Shiro literally ran over, threw him his smoke, and is now darting out of dodge. But MOUZ, see, as they're postured across the map, they're in no rush. Still trying to piece this one together. It can be late. Deep nade, that's going to find some damage right on the head of Shui.
They're not getting the overextension they were hoping for.
But they've stayed in this limbo mid setup, or at least they had. As I say it, they backed off.
Enough time has elapsed. Donk throws out his smoke grenade, and actually a labored spray. It's going to be punished by that. Saying that, Exertion quickly gives them the advantage back. Trying to take some space, assuming Donk was alone. Chopper and Shiro both occupy con. Head of the smoke. He's active, short as well. The crossfire is there. Should be nothing here for MOUZ. torzsi turned around the worst possible moment. It's another Chopper hit, double kill. His impact certainly being felt here on the CT side. He's matching the output of Shiro. Second highest on the board. And a 6-5 scoreline that could very well be tied up, Shibari style, 6-6.
It's really come down to the clutches for MOUZ in their rounds, right? Think about the pistol rounds. Donk almost ripped away what was a 3v5 situation, but torzsi was able to clutch that one out. Shui's had a couple of really big moments as well. So as far as the type of Counter-Strike and it being clean, well, when you look at Nuke, they were able to out-macro, outplay Spirit across the board. Right now, they're having to do it with their individuals. 5 on the T-half, not bad, considering what you had set up for yourself and the fact that this spree of rounds is really only open because you lost to a Magic's P250, some flashes over mid, and a round that you had the site but couldn't hold on to the potential retake is a real problem. So 6-6 to try and get rid of those worries if you're MOUZ. Is that possible? Timeout has been taken, conversation had. Buy is in. It feels like every time they've tried to default through middle, it's been quite problematic. They're more direct hits. Set them up for success. Standard mid opener, cat smoke, window smoke. Just Shui, selling a little bit of sun. There's Exertion and Jimmy both very aggressive through underpass. Shiro's been mollied off. He cannot go for that traditional peek he was looking for.
Well, it's a lot of util with Exertion's name on it. He does live to tell the tale.
And
but
you have to wonder how much Zontics communicated there from the cat position. How loud were they as they were running down those stairs? Because they dumped so much utility. And it was telling as well from what Shui threw in middle, that they were trying to block that exact option Shiro was looking for. Slowed down the plan of MOUZ for now. Magic's isolated. We'll need Zontics from the vent or a rotation from somebody else if it is going to be the B finish. The bomb is being juggled across. Brollan has been gifted that as torzsi setting up a connector smoke. Shui top mid can smoke out window. Zontics has been able to get out of the vent room and head back over towards B to help out Magix, who's showing some smooth moves.
That was stylish.
It's B split. He's on his own. Zontics has actually rotated away. They're not believing this.
Magic's got a lot to do upon the fade of the smoke. It's starting to fade. For 5 seconds, he's going to have a lot to answer for.
Zontics on his way back. He'll be here in time.
Yeah, this is great. Even flash for him. Oh, the flash is coming. It's a little late, they're already out the window, Magic's. He's calling, he's gonna need some help. Exertion's back, presents himself, and now quick trades. MOUZ have the edge. Zontics overlooked to the side, they don't ready for him, he's good positioning. Now can he get more? Jimmy, one. Not ready for Zontics, huge round.
10 seconds.
Need to plant, Chopper cannot stop that plant.
Bomb has been
Can
planted.
he clutch up? torzsi and Shui. That Molotov could come in handy for Shui. Plays it passive on the back. Oh, jumps up on the van. And it will be that 6-6 half.
Oh, brave there from Shui, wasn't it? Didn't feel like that was necessary, but well, we'll remove the round and he'll be at the top of the scoreboard for MOUZ off the back of that. Uncle Chomp Chomp not able to pull another one home as we tie things up 6-6. So 3 out the gate. That's how MOUZ were able to put the lion's share of their rounds on the board. It was the 4 on the trot with the P250s, and Spirit are in it to win it.
Key takeaways from that half. Donk's attempted pistol ace denied. torzsi coming up clutch with the 1v2. That influenced a very strong start for MOUZ. What was it, 5-2 at one point? So Spirit's resurgence off the back of some multi-kills.
Yeah, and this is the problem, right? You need to make sure that you don't let that little round that you lost to the P250s creep too far into your head. Doesn't matter now. Will definitely matter later, especially if you lose this one. But both of these teams looking to make history for their organizations today. The deepest either Spirit or MOUZ have been in a major is a semi-final. For Team Spirit, it was Antwerp. A whole different looking roster. For MOUZ, the same. That was Rio. You had JDC in the team. You had Dexter in-game leading. All the different names have chopped and changed between the banners. They're flying the flags, and to make them proud, you win this, you lock your org in for the final with a real opportunity. On the other side, it will be G2 or FaZe. That's coming up next. A blockbuster fixture as far as names are concerned. No mid-probe from MOUZ on the pistol. 3 towards A, and 2 on the B start. Setting up the execute is Chopper. U2 in his hand, the late piece of Shiro to play through middle.
Incendiary is going to be very important to buy time.
And they have the nade combo on Exertion as well.
Okay, info spotted. Incendiary out. Look at the movement. Donk's already in the sight. Gets ahead of the util and finds the headshot. Comfortable on these pistol rounds is Donk. Shiro as well with 2 on mid-side.
Bomb has been planted.
Spirit's pistols are so potent. Donk breaks into that sight. Just puts Shui and torzsi in an impossible situation.
torzsi's already looking to save, but Shui's hanging around to find something.
That foreboding feeling, peering and coming, then mantles up, changes his elevation, finds stability, nails the headshot. It's brutal out here.
Yeah, and torzsi just holding on to this Kevlar for a rainy day, which could be telling of a force spike coming up next from MOUZ on the CT side. But that's Spirit taking the lead. 7-6. Well, torzsi with a kill gives him a little bit of extra cash to splash Shaw. Buy up a FAMAS, whether or not he's going to drop that or not. But this is great from Shiro, giving him the P250. We just see how potent he is on it. Plenty of dust twos. We've seen them get him out long. He just hits crispy one-taps on that very pistol. So beautiful work there from Team Spirit. Well put together pistol round as the force is in. Saving that Kevlar and that kill has allowed torzsi to get into that FAMAS.
Yeah, Brollan prioritizing weaponry. Oh, the helmet.
Well, they have a lot of space thanks to torzsi. He's pushed straight towards Palace, so they could just gamble on towards B, which is where the split's coming.
Ooh, Exertion gets away from his first engagement. Donk takes heavy licks.
Chopper's a problem in window.
He is a big problem. He's actually going to go for the flank around the world.
This is so quick.
This is a massive
Minute
gap.
25.
They are not prepared for this. Are they accounting for it? No, the trigger discipline comes through. Cross hair perfectly placed. Does eliminate Shui. Not ready for Zontics. Things are coming up, Trump. Things are coming up for Team Spirit. Chopper handles business. Deals with Brollan. What an inspired, aggressive move from the captain. They are running in to the remaining two, but Exertion's Deeg versus the whole squad not going to get him far.
All right, well, didn't get too pressed there, did they, Spirit? Chopper just jumped straight in towards window as they took any pressure on Cat, able to slip through at a minute 25 on the clock. They were so quick. MOUZ were not expecting that whatsoever. They rotated over to deal with that B split. Felt like they had done enough, but Chopper found them a way in and a way out to secure their 8th round. Now, it will have to be the eco from MOUZ. Not a lot that they can really contend with, and this must feel like it's slipping through their fingers after what was such a dominant start on Nuke that must feel like a lifetime ago to get thrown around the server on Ancient. Spirit were able to activate Donk. They were able to get him online. And not just Donk, the team is here to play today. He has been in fine form throughout this major cycle. Obviously in the conversation alongside of your ZywOos, your Monacies, and your, well, of course, the man we mentioned, Donk, for #1 in the world.
Yeah, I was fishing. I was asking some of the local Chinese casters, what do we call Donk? Are they got Chinese nicknames?
Yeah.
You say, no, we call him Donk. He's made a name for himself already. That's all you need. Shiro has removed Exertion, and there is a stack, so Donk's going to farm up a couple here. Oh, most definitely. He's not shy. 3 bullets, he takes that 3rd engagement. So very comfortable scenes, maintaining the Galils as best they can. And it's time for MOUZ to show if they are going to be putting up a fight on the CT side. A deciding map. Will the reverse sweep for Spirit really be their path to the grand final? They did better than that Nuke, which did feel good, which did look good, but a 13-4. Momentum definitely on their side of the court. 2nd tag pause, so this is Halley essentially making sure that they realize the importance of this first gun.
With this round win, and assuming you wipe the board, don't give too many saves over, you can really run this one home. So an important time to take this timeout. They're able to potentially throw what could be a knockout blow and put a lot of pressure onto MOUZ down the stretch.
I love Halley. His timeouts, he always has such intensity, not only on his face, but I played a show match with him. He's got that intense voice as well. Just barking at his boys to make sure that they can bring this one home, secure that grand final for Team Spirit.
Let's see if this 30 seconds was well used and his team can convert to get to the double digits for MOUZ. Then, at that point, the echoes of the fumbles of rounds that they had lost within that first half of play will start to creep in. It's a window lined up and deployed. Top count as well, so standard opener, and it looks like there will be bodies behind this.
Oh, Donk's body that matches an AWP bullet. Has his boots knocked off. Working with just 17.
Lots of pressure over towards Jimmy on the B side.
Gets his information. Showing restraint with his incendiary. Confirms they are progressing. Still shows restraint. And that's probably a product of torzsi's positioning here.
Has essentially drawn the eyes of 3.
Oh, Jimmy finds Zontix. Good angle. And confirms there were other bodies. In fact, Bomb just showed on radar.
So Chopper is going to have to reconsider this as Donk, no longer mid, is finding a gap on A, and that's a fight for Donk.
Brilliant. Finds Brollan cleanly, not ready, not anticipating him. He just slips into the A site. Panic stations for MOUZ. Shui's about to have a hard fight. Wins it. Massive win for Shui. Removing Shiro. Bomb is pivoting back.
Exertion probably heard him running through spawn. Exertion probably heard the bomb running through spawn. Oh, didn't jump throw. He messed up the smoke.
Okay, that's awkward. That's the product of pressure. No smoke for them to get that bomb
He's going to run
through.
back into Exertion.
No, he's not ready for this whatsoever. Chopper's considering the potential. Oh, no! A Mac 10! Exertion, he had the round right there for the taking, and now this pendulum swings once more. Should be trying to cut them off at the pass, but Chopper's actually going back to A, where Donk resides, and has resided this whole time. Magix keeps him guessing with the frag on the lurk. Shui maybe set, but no, Magix gets away. So convinced they're going to be. Spirit are playing with them, batting this MOUZ around. Playing with their dinner. Just like that, the back presented to Donk.
And torzsi knows that Magix was on B, so how do I even get out of here? Well, you have to win this fight. You just spot and you jump, and Magix takes you down, and that is a huge round. They had both sides. We'll take them all. That is huge from Spirit. Donk gives them a way in, and then the chaos ensues. Exertion. That will be in his nightmares tonight as he closes his eyes.
He missed the smoke, Chad. He pushes back through it and kills the backstab.
This kill right here, that should have been the bomb down. Both players isolated. Donk, low, 5 points of health after getting legged at the top and middle. He took slightly more flak damage. And MOUZ, that right there, is likely your semi-final going down the drain.
We talked about the importance. That is nightmare fuel for MOUZ. Is the clean close coming? Moving up mid, takes the space that's given to him. Jiggle defense. Oh, he's taking pot shots. You got to be quick on those keys. Or Zontix will start opening up the site. Nice trade out of Magix. They burst into the A site, break through the defenses. Partial investment goes nowhere for this international roster.
Just look at the framing, the type of rounds that MOUZ have lost under the negative framing.
Yeah.
And
Bomb has been planted.
well, unfortunately for them, the tagline is they can only do it in the studio. They look so comfortable on map number 1. On map number 2, they got blown out and now wobbles against pistols or easy kills that are coming your way where a player isn't ready for you are the difference between you winning and losing rounds.
The most important gun round of your major so far.
You started strong, your leader's clutching, your AWP's clutching, you're getting the impact necessary. You could have had a massive first half of play, it ends up being 6-6, all tied up. You come into the second half, now it's 5 consecutive rounds from Spirit, who have found that form at the perfect moment to secure themselves a grand final berth. There's 11, and that daunting feeling of just 2 more rounds, just dropping 2 more rounds for MOUZ. It's not even that, it's 1 round in the last 10. And that is since the P250s. So that is just a shadow of themselves since that moment. They have been rattled, they have been shook, and Spirit are quite the opposite. Chopper, surging, Donk. That's everybody right now. It's not just a one-man show. And I don't know what words you could possibly have for the team. A young roster of MOUZ, sure, building up experience, getting into those arenas, playing in the finals, not being able to convert them. Now you're under the big lights, center stage. That pressure mounting. The stakes are there. And you isolate it on a personal level, it's just 2 more deaths per player, and it's bye-bye.
MOUZ described this major run as what it's all been leading up to. Alpha Team Spirit touching distance now of a grand final. Donk on the warpath once more. Brollan handles business, removes Donk empty-handed. That's a good start. Exertion builds upon it. Good find on the Tetris 10. Chopper's Mac 10's proved deadly. Not this time though. Just Shiro on that Tetris box for 1.
Have to win this one.
Zontix another. They're dropping like flies. Jazz on the switch though. Brollan active. A massive triple kill from the A anchor. torzsi finishes it. Off the back of that panic button timeout, the last they have, by the way. Cycro calls it, and it's comfortable as they looked for a rather early commitment into the A site.
Yeah, torzsi looked like he was trying to be the hype man there. Let's go, boys. I don't read libs, but I'm sure that was what came out of his mouth. And a bit of an unforced error there. Maybe on the timing, it was called quicker than Donk was ready for. He didn't get his molly under the balcony. It landed topside. So that meant it didn't flush the player out into the open for the Tetris players. He gets taken out initially first anyway.
It's exacerbated problems.
I'm going to need to win this one and likely the next to completely break Spirit. Now you got your work cut out for you.
Oh, good leg shot.
Again?
Yeah, Donk wounded. torzsi has been unable to find the lethality onto Donk on his mid-test, but regular damage. Brollan flirting with this forward ramps position. He has very little support. No. And Chopper finds the headshot. Exertion shut down on the boost.
Brollan probably feels like he has to push now because they've lost one of their mid pieces as part of the defense.
Got so much to do. Taking that calculated risk. Zontix calls it clear. Brollan walks through, and Zontix delivers. Spirit 3 frags away from a handful of grand final points.
You have to gamble if you're MOUZ. You have to stack a site and hope that you have called this correctly. Jimmy in window, Shui over towards connector, and torzsi burrowed in with the AWP.
torzsi, what can you do? First is great. Call out the trade immediate. Zontix sends him down. Just Jimmy and Shui. Molotov at his feet. The spread is likely. Chopper removes Shui. It's only Jimmy. Safe from the flame spread. Chopper is first victim, but needs a whole lot more than that. Nade could do it. Doesn't. Shiro set up for success as well with the AWP, and Nade finds him down to 50. Another one right where that came from. Zontix tries to throw it out. A little premature, but what's Jimmy supposed to do? Save is the only thing he can. Spirit 12. A guarantee. Just one round from realizing their dreams of a major grand final.
And that started with a leg shot onto Donk. That round looked like they were somewhat threatening. Looked like they had a great stead within that one, and then it all kind of falls apart. Exertion gets boosted, he gets pipped by Chopper. A great opening from him. Then Brollan really has no choice, because you're relying on the information from your teammates on the decision that you need to make. Well, we've lost mid-control. We need a ramp.
And we talked about it. Sure, the Donk show postponed for a map, but he's back, and so is the supporting cast. The chorus is there, and they are singing. Meanwhile, for MOUZ, a tragedy.
I just think the resilience of a 17-year-old to go out after his second worst performance of the year, be able to find himself, come back and deliver it on the stage, and the rest of the team there as well to support him when the chips are down, to have their impact, to be a team, which is what this is all about at the end of the day. The stars, their power, that's what get you the loud applause, the crowd roars, but the team is what's going to get you that major trophy. It's one more round, 5 more kills for Team Spirit, and it is the year of the Dragon after all.
torzsi posted for this particular fight. Shiro to uncrouch into it. It's a bad reaction speed test. Oh,
It'll do it.
The angle, torzsi catches that. And now watching from the sidelines as his hopes of a major final slip away. Shui one back, puts Donk down. Zontix though, MP9 for Brollan. All he has to defend his honor, and it's not enough. Zontix removes him. This round is falling into place. The knockout blow for MOUZ in the semi-finals. Chopper finds Jimmy, walk about the smoke. Exertion, a quiet day in the office. Ready for Spirit to take this one to the grand finals, to see Championship Sunday. Hope is lost. The round surely won. And for the first time in major grand final for Spirit, the organization has sealed it. The goal of every team, it's theirs. The trophy, the only obstacle left. Until the other side of the stage, MOUZ heads heavy. And a sleepless night ahead.